Hey, we are live.
We're live. Yeah. We didn't even play the intro.
Oh my god, I still gotta put the intro on my damn computer. I'm so sorry, friend. I'm so sorry. I'm very lazy. So sorry.
See, this is what happens when I let Michaela do all the tech stuff. Girl.
It's gonna happen though. Just give me a second. Just give me a second. Just give me a second. It's gonna come up.
She's trying. She's trying. So
Is that really she's trying? It's just look. It's been a very busy week between my job and gymnastics. Like I'm doing the best that I can. I want to go to sleep right now. So we are here. We're queer, and we're going to get used to it. The intro will start again. I will have the intro up. It will go down. I'm just trying. I want to put a countdown to it too. So, but so today, you guys, we were supposed to do the fifth roundtable. You know, we talked about this all day yesterday, but they pushed it back for a week. So you know. We're shooting the shits.
We pushed it back.
I'm personally not prepared to do Wicked right now. I'm not. I'm just not. So tomorrow we could do Wicked. Today we're just doing gymnastics chat. Tiki, as y'all see the introduction, is supposed to join us in a little bit. Oscar is going to get on. I think Shayna said she's going to get on. We have gymnastics to talk about. I mean,
yeah, so I want to start this off by saying, look, it's not that I thought that she was retiring. It's that this bitch, to the right of me, said that it was Simone retired, announced her retirement. So I was like, wait, hold on, what? So then I posted the thing. I was like, did Simone announce his retirement? Officially announced his retirement? Question mark. Because I didn't know if it was true or not. And then everybody's going around like, well, that, blah, 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 blah. And then Catherine, of course,
wait, hold on. I got to defend myself because I did not say Simone was. I asked.
No, she did it. She's lying. She said, what did you say, bitch? You said,
is Simone retiring?
No, you said, bitch, Simone retired. That's what you said.
Oh, bitch, maybe.
So it was her fault. It was all Raven's fault.
And this is the gag. So I woke up this morning and I see people going off on him and Catherine like, y'all just want Simone to retire so bad, right? And the gag is because I took it down. As soon as I posted, I took it down because friend to the show, Brody, was like, hey, girl, that's not what's really going on. She was just posting her gymnastics shit from the Olympics and she was saying she was done posting for today. And I'm like, oh, okay. And as soon as I was like, oh, okay, I laid my head down and went to sleep and never thought about it again.
Didn't know that all the bullshit she started on my end. Oh!
But in our defense, if you did not have the full context of what was going on that day, you'd be like, what?
Or if you're just waiting for someone to retire.
Yeah, which is not something I'm necessarily waiting on. It's just, you know, I feel like it's coming.
I would expect for a pregnancy announcement before I expect a retirement post.
Correct. And you know what? To be honest, in 2025, a pregnancy announcement isn't necessarily a retirement announcement. It's just I'm taking a break.
Yeah.
And this is why I think so many girls are pregnant now, so they could get that out the way so they could be ready for the Olympics.
And you know what? It's not the dumbest thing to get pregnant because I'm sure with all the nutrients and the stem cells and all the stuff, you know, the science that goes onto your body while you're pregnant, they can only make them stronger. And maybe repair some of those injuries that they had. You know,
give their bodies time to, you know,
heal,
go through puberty, you know, enjoy all the hormones that, you know, their coaches and doctors and stuff have been denying of them so long. So
depleting them. So yeah, I mean, this is probably the best thing you could do right now.
Unless your name is Michaela Skinner.
Who?
Unless your name is Michaela Skinner.
Is she a local talent? I don't.
She was a gymnast. You know, she tried to go to the Olympics. She was.
I'm sure she was very flexible and had great lines.
She was not that.
Oh, okay. So a power tumbler.
Not really even that.
Oh, okay. Wow. Is she married to what? A jolly white Mormon giant?
She did do that, yes.
She did do that. Okay. All right. Well, you know, shout out to her. So
I
your
wouldn't
family.
even. I wouldn't even give it that much. But
Oh, okay. What happened? Did Simone happen to post about this woman, indicating that there was no bullying, even though perhaps that?
I didn't want to say this too. Again, I just have to say, you all, we got to stop platforming her ass. Like, I know it's real easy and it's real funny, and the jokes are plentiful, but you have to realize what they're doing now. They're taking all of this attention and platforming it. So
Yeah, that's why I don't know her. I don't know her. Don't know who she is. Hi, class. Don't know who she is. It's
but
Olympia,
I
you
find
said?
it real rich. And
Right.
I feel like as the whole gym internet, y'all owe me a huge apology. And I'm gonna send because all the same shit y'all saying about that person now when it comes to Simone, it's the same shit I've been saying about that person when it came to Gabby. But I was the bully and I was putting 10 on 20, and I shouldn't be calling people racist just because they do certain things to black gymnasts and not to other people.
10
Okay.
on 10 on 20?
You shouldn't be putting 20 on 10. There we go.
What is what no, what does that mean?
Doing too much. Like, like you know how you ever go to the gas station, right? And you're putting a whole 20 down when you only need $10 worth of gas. You're doing too much.
Oh. I'd never heard that in my life.
Oh, really? That's a common statement down here. I'm
No,
so
I've
sorry.
never heard that. That's why I was like 20 on 10. Like 20 on 10 sounds like a full tank to me. Like, I don't know. Klaus is here if you can see him. Klaus is
You putting 20 on 10, baby. All you needed was $10, and you putting a whole 20 on it, baby. You're doing too much.
Klaus does. Klaus puts 20 on 10 every time.
Oh, Klaus.
This is what he does the entire show. So when you see me reaching over, it's me like petting Klaus. This is him the entire show. This is all he likes. Yeah. So, okay. Fill up, Mac. Fill up, Mac. Fill up. Fill up, Michaela. Fill your tank up. So let's fill our tanks up. So
But
aside
you
from
know, sometimes you can't fill your tank up. Your tank is already good. You just put too much in it. You just want to top it off.
so speaking of 20 on 10, let's go back to 2024. Melody De Jesus dos Santos gave an interview to Scott Bregman about her staying in the sport or about her experience in Paris. Did you read it?
I saw that she did the interview. I did not read it
You didn't read it.
because how can I say? What we're not gonna do, we love Melanie, we love her, but what I'm not gonna do is sit up there and
Look, I'll put his head like that until I start pitting him again.
it's so many other people who had horrible experiences that they had a horrible experience at the Worlds or the Olympics, right? We make our jokes about it and we move on, right? We still honor them as who they were. We just realized they had a bad performance. We realized this with Melanie. We don't need this whole, oh my God, I failed at the Olympic tour. Oh my God, I'm so disappointed. Oh, like, I don't know. At least for me, I just don't need it.
This is what he does the whole show.
Aww.
He just like, yeah. I mean, I think that she is Jim Trinidad beloved, and let me tell you,
She
Melanie
is.
Stan.
And I'm not trying to say that she's doing anything wrong. I'm just saying for me personally, just how some of y'all don't need the Jordan Childs book, I don't need the whole personally after France tour.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it was a bad Olympics for everybody. For everybody. Everybody had a bad experience there. Everybody did. So I don't think anybody had a positive experience other than Rebecca. So
Suni had a really positive experience.
yeah, she did, and also took years off her life. But because I'm sorry, that was not a smart choice. Sure, yeah, how it ended up, great, love that for her. But like, that was she risked her life doing that.
Mama said she's thinking about trying for again.
No, she didn't say that. She the in the interview said I have more left to give, but there was a but there. Don't take it like that, and I wouldn't either. Let homegirl rest in peace. Like she's done.
But that's how some people feel about Simone.
I do. Well, they do. I selfishly, I wanted to come back, because retire on home soil, girlfriend, do that. I love her. I love Simone. But also, I understand the Simone fatigue.
Selfishly, if I'm just being honest, and it has nothing to do with her, it's just about the way I like gymnastics, right?
Yeah.
I like a more competitive feel. I like more where you go into their event with like 4 or 5 people that could win.
Mm-hmm.
And if everybody hits, this should be the results. But it's gymnastics. Everybody isn't going to hit, so you never know what's going to happen.
Like 2017.
Like 2017, hell, like 2020, hell, like. I didn't think Suni was going to beat Rebecca. I'm sorry, I just didn't.
I didn't either. I thought it was going to be Angelina, honestly. I thought it was going to be Angelina.
It could have been.
Like 1000%. I was like, it's Angelina. Like,
I just prefer it that way. Like, to me, one of the best competitions that we had recently was 2022, where it was Reby. Even though Reby was the clear favorite, Charlize did everything in her power to push her. I just prefer. And for Simone, it's not her fault.
no.
It's not her fault.
I will say,
plenty of people, especially if you're an American fan, love to knowing that an American is going to win off rip. It's just for me as a gymnastics fan, I prefer the more competitive. Like if everybody was on Simone level, I would be here for it.
right.
But even now, like Simone still would come in and dominate. Just decimate everything. Like break records compared to what. Like if everybody's scoring if a good all around total right now is a 55, and most people are scoring like a 54 on the high end on a good day,
You'd have a 56.
Simone will be scoring 58s right now. Like
even if she just did a chung, didn't really upgrade.
Even if she did a double, your Chico double right now, because most people are stuck at a your Chico 1.5. And Simone could come back with a perfect Lopez and a your Chico double and win the vault title again. Simone could come back with her 2013 bar routine and probably be the world champion on bars.
Well, no. Not too much. Not too much on my girl Nina right now. Not too much on my girl. What's her name? Kaylee Nemore. Not too much on my girl Kaylee Nemore.
Okay,
who did do a fuck ass routine this past weekend?
I really just
a fuck ass routine this past weekend and still won.
Because her start value is still
ridiculous,
higher than most people's.
Yeah.
On bars, like most people on bars, and right now it's stuck somewhere around a 5'8".
They're 6'2s, they're 6'4s. Yeah. Let's look at I know, Mom, I know. Mom's like messaging me on WhatsApp. She's like, hey, don't forget. Let me see. Okay, let me see. Score tracker. Tracker. Talk to the kids as I look for this. There it is. Found it.
I forget exactly what we were talking about.
We're talking about Simone's dominance in the current.
Simone could come back, in my opinion. Okay, what Addis said that she couldn't win bars.
No, so 6'4".
Maybe with her 2018 routine, maybe she could win a medal.
Maybe medal. Because you have at the top 3 right now. The top 3 have 6'7", then there's 6'6", and then there's 6'4". But also there's you have Fang Yue. Fang Yue Yang. You have Kayla Nemore. You have Ekaterina Andreeva. You have Helen Kevers, who's hurt. And then you have Ekaterina Andreeva, Ludmila Roshina, because I guess we have to talk about the Russians at Worlds.
Yes, we have to talk about the We have to, because look, people, I know Addis isn't happy about this, but it's gonna happen. Like the Russians are back. They're competing. It's gonna happen. Like You might as well go back to the Russian Cup and figure out the new generation of the Russians because they're back. Like
They're on the score tracker.
they are the new generation. So what we can do when Tiki, well, while we're waiting on Tiki, while we're killing time, we could start off with the game. Then when Tiki get on, we could talk about Tiki with. I really don't have any kind of structure to the show today, you guys. So we're just freestyle unity. This bitch is out. So
we were gonna do the All Stars, but I never got to any lists. So
to be honest,
you went to sleep.
I had to go to work last
Okay,
night.
Raise your hand if you slept all day today.
Let me tell you about my night last night, which I'm kind of happy and I'm kind of but I'm kind of happy about two things. So I had to go to work. So I had to go to work early. So I was supposed to go to work at 11. So I ended up getting there at 9. I worked all night. And then one of my coworkers was late. So I stayed until like 8.
Oh, that's the worst.
And then my plan was to go to pick up a little bit of weed and then come home because then we had to go to the grocery store because we had no food in their house. So then we had to go grocery shopping. So I didn't get home until like 10 o'clock and couldn't go to sleep until like 10 o'clock. So yeah, I didn't sleep all day. So my plan was to do the list at work last night, but it was like for an overnight shift, it was surprisingly busy. Like I had a couple of walk-ins. People kept asking me for shit, kept asking me to do shit. People kept locking themselves out of their damn rooms. It was surprisingly busy.
I worked at a hotel overnight. It sucks.
Because like the thing with night shift, and I only do
no one there to help you.
There's no one there to help you.
No.
When shit happens, you have to figure it out.
Do you do breakfast too?
No, thank God, no.
Breakfast is the worst.
Thank God.
The worst.
But so yeah, I was just extreme. I just been tired. And then one of my coworkers went out of town, so I've been trying to help out and fill in her duties and stuff. So, but it's super slow season at the damn job now during the summer. You would think it would be, but in Tallahassee, because it's this damn college town, when the kids not here, nobody's here, so it's super slow season. So they was like, yeah, we're cutting people hours for the summer. Sorry, Michaela. So I have more time. But yeah.
Yeah, no, I get it. No, I hated making breakfast. Oh, did I tell you about the time that I got in a fight? Okay.
With the old lady?
Yes.
Yes, you told us several times. You can tell it again.
No. Okay. So for some reason, at Quality Inn, what is it called? They're what property are they? They're what's the company name? What's Quality Inn? Choice.
Is it Choice?
They're a Choice Hotel. They're a Choice Hotel. For some reason, they had an old lady that would show up at like 6, 7. I've been there the whole night. I made the breakfast, and she just kind of like moved shit around, right, during breakfast and like help people out, whatever. And then she took credit for it. All right, sure, whatever, cool, whatever. Anyway, one night, because if you've ever made breakfast at a hotel, you know that they're carton eggs.
Yeah,
they come in a carton, and so I knew how to make it, and people loved my breakfast. I put spices in it, shocking. Anyway, so made the breakfast, and for some reason, I combined 2 different brands of carton of eggs, right? Well, when they came out, I put them out, they look gray. I was like, oh, okay, whatever, sure. I didn't think about it. I just didn't finish the rest of breakfast and just went and like attended the front desk after that. Well, the lady comes in, and mind you, we had beef already because she's just annoying, and she just whatever. And she's like, I can't serve it to people. What is this bad? Blah, blah, blah. And like we go back and forth, and she calls my manager. My manager shows up with like her wig is half off, Okay, like she goes through it. She had a heart attack apparently after I stopped working there. Whatever. Anyway, so she looks at the eggs, looks at the lady. She's like, "Come with me." And she takes the lady back and then she tells her off. She's like, dude, that's just what happens when it's 2 different brands. And like they have a fight, whatever. And she apologizes to me. But breakfast at a hotel is the worst thing in America's history.
I can imagine, because I can imagine at my hotel and, working at You should never work places that you enjoy to because working at a hotel has really well working at a hotel. I've been working at hotels for like the last 4 years now. Working in the hotel industry has
Yeah.
really clouded my opinion of the hotel
And
industry.
I have a newfound respect for hotel workers, but also some of them I know what you do. I know what you do.
It is
Shocking.
it's not even shocking. It's just what no, what's shocking is it's not necessarily the workers itself, it's the
Politics.
and don't say nothing to get yourself in trouble. It's some companies, not the company that I currently work for, because they are wonderful, but definitely the company I used to work for. Oh, I would talk shit about their asses all day. Like they wouldn't buy towels.
Oh my
So
god.
like you like so the housekeeping lady would have to make miracles to and then like the guests, it's a hotel. They
They're dirty. They do nasty shit.
they do all kind of shit with them damn
Nasty
towels.
shit.
All kind like just things that you just be like,
What? Why? And how? And also, how could you?
oh, so you chose to pick up your dog shit with a towel instead of the dog. Oh, you just
You left blood all over these sheets for no reason. Oh, okay, cool.
you choose instead of using a tampon to cover you chose to take a washcloth and stick it up there, and then you want to give it back to us and expect us to clean that shit. Like they just
Take it with
do,
you. Take it with you.
they just do. And of course, it's a hotel. The amount of towels that are stolen each and every day, like it's
Raise your hand if you've ever stolen a towel.
raise your hand if you worked there accidentally stolen a towel. Like shit, like. So it's just and so when a company is not willing to replace towels at least once a month,
Problem.
it is real problematic. And then when said company refuses to start buying sheets because they feel like we go through too many sheets and shit. And then we're explaining to them why we go through the sheets, and they're like, yeah, stop making the people do this stuff. And we're like, ow.
It's a lot. It's a lot. Well, sometimes, Benicia, sometimes you just want to crawl in and go to sleep.
I'm telling you, oh my gosh. And then those be the best type of people. But then you have like the ones who I don't know, they they buy the cheapest hotel possible,
Yes.
but expect the Four Seasons. And
There's not that.
we're like,
There's no turn down service.
bring your bags to your I'm like, baby, where do you think you this is I'll point to you where your room is at.
Right, babes, I'm not doing much more than that.
I will point to you where your room is at, man.
Yeah. No, it's not gonna.
It's just, oh my gosh. And again, just the crazy shit that be going on at night at these damn
Oh my
hotels.
god.
Like, one thing I just want, when you're at a hotel, I just want people to realize cameras are everywhere. We're literally watching y'all do the shit that y'all doing. Like, there is no, so when
Not in the
you,
rooms, though. Not in the rooms. Well, it depends on what hotel you stay at.
no, yeah, in the rooms, in the rooms, do whatever you want to, but it's like when you're like, in the hallway sucking dick, we
Oh,
can
can we
see
talk about
that.
smoke in a hotel room?
Sure, because we go through that shit all the time, and y'all know I'm a smoker, so we go through that shit all the time. I be feeling
Don't
bad,
smoke
but
weed in your rooms. Don't smoke weed in your rooms.
unless it's a smoking room, unless it's a because most times if it's a smoking hotel, we don't care unless you're doing something like stupid, illegal, and hard that is just very pungent, and
Like
that
crack.
is like you can smell it.
Like crack.
It's this thing that we have in Florida. I don't know if it's in Texas. It's called Molly,
Yeah.
right? And I know from if you're early 2000s kids, right? You have an idea of what you
All these
think Molly
ecstasy.
is. It's like But that's not what this new shit that they be smoking is. It's like ecstasy in crack form. Like I don't know how to explain
And
it,
they're smoking
but
this?
it's just they're smoking this. Like this has replaced crack in Florida. Like the crackheads would be like, we don't do crack. I smoke Molly, bitch. Like it's bad. Like it is. And the thing and why is because it makes them
Isn't that what meth
horny.
does?
Like it's like
The hell?
it's not. It's like a. It's there goes Shayna. It's like a
Wait, finish
Hey
it, so I'm so
Shayna.
confused.
Hi.
It's like a synthetic.
Oh, it's black. Oh,
Oh
it's black.
shit! All right, Shayna.
Like you're
Get
about
your
to like
work.
either testify or like press charges and or if you be the funeral for your husband. The second one. Yeah.
Eat, sis. Eat. You look good,
What happened to your husband? Did he die? Was he murdered? What's going on? Ah, they're
How to
going
get
with
away,
mortar.
bitch?
Mortar. Wow.
How to get away? Okay, but it's like because they say it has like a bunch of different kind of drugs in it. It has meth in it. It has ecstasy in it. It has cocaine in it. It's like a bunch of different shit in this little rock, and they smoke that shit, and it's so popular down here, and it just have them people strong the fuck out at it. It's like, and then like a lot of the prostitutes do it because it keeps them horny like all of the fucking time, and they smoke it in their cigarettes and they smoke it in their blunts.
They put it.
They smoke it in their little pipe.
What? Are you serious? They put it in it? In the,
They take the little rocks like Bobby and Whitney was talking. Like Whitney Houston told y'all how she used to like to roll her crack and her cocaine and her weed.
wow. There's class. Class is still here. See.
And yeah, them people be it's like they be up all day. Like at least crackheads used to sleep. Like these people do not sleep. They don't eat.
Crazy.
They walk around extra horny.
See,
Like
that's what I thought meth did to the people. I didn't realize that they'd move on.
yeah, they have moved on
That's
from that shit. And it's
crazy.
just drug. At least in Florida, like they don't smoke crack, they smoke Molly.
Hi, Klaus.
We don't call them crackheads anymore. We call them Molly heads. That's how
They're
bad it
mollywops
is.
then.
Period.
Cool. Okay, so let's talk about this Tashkent World Cup. So
Okay.
I think we talked about it yesterday, but it bears repeating. The power went out. Well, let's talk about like the beginning. So Kayla Nemo puts up 14-6 in qualifications on B.
On her being did one of okay again. This is confusing me about this quad. Like I know Oscar keeps talking about it. I know I keep talking about it. Wait, is Oscar down here in the chat? No, that's me twice. Okay, yeah. No.
Oh god. Oh god. My gun. Her right there.
It's like the beam scoring is so high this quad for routines that I'm not saying aren't good, just routines that would be scoring a whole point less last quad. And they're not doing anything different or
it's what it is. The connections are worth different.
oh, D is joining.
Hey y'all, I couldn't figure out how to get on any other way, so I just came to this link. Hope that's
Hi,
okay.
D. We postponed it.
Oh, you did? Okay.
They postponed it. Yeah.
Okay, they did. Okay, great.
Yeah.
Good seeing y'all.
Good seeing you, bye, D.
Take care. Bye.
That's funny. That's hilarious.
So pretty.
So
So
pretty. Oh my god, she's
crazy.
such a. Did you guys watch Gymnastics today?
Yes, it's on Facebook. I always watched it.
Yeah, she's so good.
I always watched
She's
it. She's another black voice. I love it in gymnastics.
Okay, so 14-6. Should we watch the routine?
Yeah, go ahead. And let's watch the routine where she scored a whole point less on, which again I think was too high.
So as far, I mean, for me, I know that Homework can score high 14s. It's just the fact that
that was not no Chinese level being routine, and that's the goal for me, because what the Chinese did at Chinese nationals on being was just, for me, like so spectacular that that's the standard of being work for me for this quad. And if you're not on that level, then you should not be scoring 14.
Right.
I don't even think, maybe her routine was more difficult than Manila's, but it's not as well executed as Manila's.
Right. Media. Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay. What did Tashkent look like? Is it this one? Yeah, that's Tashkent. Right.
I'm trying something new, y'all. I don't like short hair, so I'm trying this little short curly bob out for the summer because it's hot.
Yeah. Here we go. Here it is. Okay, this is her 14.65 from qualifications. Okay.
Okay. Round off.
Lay out, step
out.
I love the pink on her. Back handspring. Back handspring layout. Yeah.
2-foot layout. Now that was really good. This day.
That back leg.
Was it Chinese level?
Especially how it's kind of fuck ass though.
Most people's in the world.
Front aerial. Split jump. Straddle. She should have a back walkover after that.
One,
2, 3. Yeah. Or swing down. And that's what we got. So then we go to the stream, because I'm about to go looking for it elsewhere. That would be, this is Tashkent. It's this one. Okay, so it's this one. Do play, and it's like right.
Clock out.
I don't like that. There she is.
Got herself regrouped very, very quickly to look very confident in the second
I love that
half.
Leo. The air horn is abusive and it's homophobic. I'm over it. That air horn was fuck ass. Who had that idea?
Yes, Kalia. Let's go. As I said, silver champion in the uneven bars.
The South Africans really did very well here.
Champion from 2021.
It's a beautiful gowns. Beautiful gowns.
World Championships. So a very experienced gymnast indeed.
Neveen. She did not get that Loso around at all.
The split leaps.
My bitch ass. Yeah, that means I think Neveen is the cutest.
I'm not
I'll
sure.
go Kalia second for the cutest position. Sorry. Go ahead. Those two addicts talking at the same time.
Yeah, no, you're right. I'm glad you muted it. It
too
was
much.
Too much.
It's one addict too many. Here we go. Oh my gosh. I don't want to talk about that. I think it's right here. See? Can I go backwards? Let me go backwards. Okay. Stop. Let me go backwards. Oh my gosh.
Hey, Shayna.
Here we go.
Where
is Shayna? Okay. Oh, she on the left?
She's still there. She's just getting home from work. Now, I do like this Leo. It's a very beautiful Kentucky Leo.
Kentuckians. The Wildcats. It's right here. They all went to trash. back handspring, and then that got downgraded, and then they got downgraded. She didn't get the credit for the connection because it was a loso. It downgraded to a loso, and she already did a loso when she mounted.
Correct.
So she lost a bunch of connection value and the element. Yeah,
she should.
I completely agree.
Y'all get up out of here.
They gave her this connection.
Hey, Shayna, have you ever heard of the saying, somebody's put in 20 on 10?
Have I ever heard that saying?
Yes.
Like pumping gas?
Like when somebody's doing too much, somebody would be like, girl, you put in 20 on 10, girl.
I've never heard that.
Me either.
Mm-mm.
Y'all making me feel like I just made this up, and I've been saying this like my whole life.
Doing too much, or
she's guacamole as fuck. That she's extra.
0 to 1,000 or whatever, however they say it. But I never heard that though.
I guess that's the Florida way of saying 0 to 1,000 is 20 on 10.
I think it's hilarious.
I guess it's the same.
But yeah, that was Mama's.
But how long have y'all been live? I didn't even know. I forgot. I forgot Tuesday, and
what's in my shoulder? But yeah, like I mean, I get why he scored so much lower. So,
what I don't understand is this Oscar or Tiki? Is Tiki?
I kind of was gymnastics out, y'all. So
I am too. I was too. I didn't watch this. And that's another thing I did. I watched this last night, so because I knew we was going to talk about it today. No, that's not. Shout out to my friend Addicts for streaming all of these things and posting them for us for free. And then I want to shout out a couple of channels on the YouTube who post them for the people who like YouTube content, which is and I think they now have a podcast. It's with a half twist podcast.
Yeah,
that's Catherine.
That's us. Yeah.
Oh shit!
The half twist. It was a podcast we were supposed to start by Elite Gymnastics, but we didn't. We just kept streaming. But yeah, that's what. If you see it in the studio, I have half twist right over here in the screen. Yeah, that's Catherine. Yeah, that's funny. Mm-hmm.
So we're gonna turn that into We Love Gymnastics property too.
Technically, yeah. It's basically us, yeah.
Oh my god, we have so much stuff that we're gonna turn into We Love Gymnastics property. Y'all gonna be sick.
No, I don't care.
Y'all gonna...
I love it.
Let me tell you something. I love it too. My energy, my love is just.
Well, that like the things that we're doing the things. We're doing all the things. We're doing the things, and people about.
And it's happening so fast already. Like it's crazy. It's like I was like,
matter when they see what happened with that intro I showed yesterday.
I know, right? Shit. What the fuck was we just talking about? I'm so sorry, everybody. My mom
and her beam routine.
There we go. Kalia Nemore, not Kalia, because people. Kalia is Lincoln. Kalia is Nemore. I think she is the front runner to beat the world. Depending on which Americans come back now. I still don't count out my American girls until we see some shit from them we're gonna find out soon because we got a group of girls coming to American classes this weekend. Yeah, we're not done with gymnastics because now we got American classes. And normally I think the stream is gonna be on Flip now.
It's gonna be on Twitter and it's gonna be on Discord. And Flop now, I guess.
Period. Yeah, I might download it and post it to my YouTube channel after the fact because
they will absolutely copyright claim you because they're vicious. But that's why I'm not streaming on Twitch. But you can't stop me, bitch.
have to watch it later because I have Pride events this weekend to do.
Oh, what are you doing?
It's Pride in Louisiana.
Friday is National HIV and STI Testing Day, and then
go get tested. Oh, speaking of, my medication.
Our Pride is this Saturday.
Okay, is it Black Pride or Everybody Pride?
I am drinking.
Our Black Pride was last week. I was out for it all. So
was it
Pride event this year? I'm getting.
Oh yeah, Pride's almost over. We have 6 days.
Does your company do stuff?
Yeah, we are hosting the event Friday. We're doing a testing at a walk.
We can't hear you.
Have the all that the Pride and stuff. I don't know who's performing, but really. And then the next weekend is Essence Fest, Jazz Fest, in New Orleans, July weekend. So
we heard half of that.
The next weekend, I'll be in New Orleans for Essence Festival.
Essence.
Cool.
So yeah, I have been outside.
What do you do?
What do I do?
Yeah, like you take your company. The company you work for, I guess, or
I work at an agency that does counseling. You know, my degree's in social work.
Yeah.
So I work at an agency called Family Services in my city, and we do HIV and STI prevention. We do HIV case management. We do parenting through DCFS, which is Child Protective Services, and we do counseling.
You know, as someone who has to deal with all that, like I greatly appreciate you for all the work you do. It's because of you that people like me are able to continue to live. So thank you.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah,
you know, for every, when people look at just what we do, Michaela loves her stuff. You love your stuff. It's a place for everybody. Yeah. And everyone always thinks that because you're a part of LGBTQ or trans, that you always have to go to the aesthetic of makeup or fashion when it's so many other avenues for everyone.
No, I will do that. But like for the meantime, like, I'm a creative. I do. We're all creatives in our own way. But like, you help people like me like keep living, and that's I can't even begin to explain how much I appreciate people like you in your line of work, because you're the reason I continue to be able to live my life. I mean, right now, but take my pill. Hey,
yeah, and mental health matters.
Yes,
and it directly relates to your physical health. It's all in one. We're a whole. So yeah. But I do have learned not to bring my work home with me.
Because it's very difficult.
Gymnastics was an outlet ever since I was a little kid. That's why I was so, I love, finding y'all and discovering y'all, because I was like, I'm not the only LGBTQ person in the world that is just infatuated with the sport. Because my family, they don't get it. They know that I love it, but y'all, child, they used to go to the meets when we were little, and I was talking to Nisha about it. My very first meet in person at LSU was in 1997.
Oh my God. That was a group of girls.
1997.
That was a group of girls, too.
So 2 years from now, it'll be 30 years since I first went to an LSU meet. So, but my family never was into it. It was just me. So it was times when I would go to the meets by myself. And then that's how I met people at school that would go. But it was never my Black friends or my LGBTQ friends. It was always my predominantly white friends.
Yeah.
That would go. So y'all are needed too. And just think that's how we all met, really. I went to Twitch and found Addict streaming the damn 2020 Olympics.
Oh my God.
That is how I found you.
Oh my God.
And then and then it was crazy how you and Michaela knew each other, and then I met her through a space on a trans Facebook group with a trans girl who was in a wheelchair. That's
Rachel.
And then it's just weird. I guess that's just like the universe saying like y'all have to.
Because for me, I used to try to do this I used to want to do my talk show, but I used to want to do it through trans issues or whatever. And I got so far, but for whatever reason, I don't know. Maybe I'm not passable enough. Maybe I don't look the part. The girls just don't want to hear it from me. Like the girls, I could say something, and the girls, yeah. Why? But then let somebody else who are more pretty say it, or who they deem more pretty say it, and then they be like, "Oh my God, let's have a deep, intelligent conversation." And I got sick of that shit. So I was like, you know what? If the girls don't want to hear it from me, there's lots of girls who want to be podcasters on those issues. I have other things in my life that I like other than being trans, right? And then I'm like, you know what? The thing that you love the most in life is gymnastics, girl. Like you, like, yay, them damn trannies, but like you love gymnastics. Like, focus on that. Like, because at the time I didn't know gymnastics. The only people who I saw doing, and this is when they call their channels the Bueller twins. Now it's all things gymnastics. I saw them talking about it, and I'm like, oh, I could do this.
And I
can do this.
Say all that to say you bring up a good point, Michaela, because I mean we're both of age girls, but we grew up in a time that were different from the new girls, but also different from the girls before us. So we're
Correct.
80s girls. So we grew up in a time when it was not a social media thing, and the fad about, what trans is and starting hormone replacement therapy before you're hitting puberty. So we have the best of both worlds, I guess. So I still have an old school mentality about things. I'm still going to like my sports. I love my gymnastics. I love my academia. I love makeup and hair, but I'm not drenched in ballroom and pageants and all that because they expect that to always be what it's supposed to be and how it's supposed to look as a trans person. I love that we are nerds and we love gymnastics and we love computers and we love whatever the things that we like on top of being fashionable, being, loving hair, loving the things that they always thought that to be gay or to be trans, especially in entertainment, you cool if you do those things. You cool if you do my hair. Or you cool if you do my makeup. But why I can't be cool to be just who I am and what I am.
Or to lead you through a broadcast.
Yeah.
It's I think what I find crazy, especially during last Olympics, that really hit me, was the fact that I do this thing from Texas, right? From remote Texas, like Plainview, Texas. That it's between Lubbock and Amarillo, and yet like this stream has gone out to people in the stadium at the Olympics, and I was taking that stream from Canada to Texas, from Paris to Canada to Texas, back to Paris, and knowing how I think it was 2021 Worlds where I was like, this is crazy.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
The fact that people from Germany we had all the gymnasts in the fucking stream. We had Cecile in the stream. And it was just crazy to me to know that, how...
And I'm just saying this, please support these two that's on the screen, who's ever watching, because y'all don't know how lucky and blessed you are to have all the content that you two do provide, because it is a pretty penny to try to get this and this and this.
Well, hell, I was about to spend fucking $65 to pay for Flip Now because I was able to find my old $9.99 subscription because I had to go onto my Apple ID on the website, figure out when the last time I had it, pull up the receipt and say renew on there. So that's the only way I got it for $9.99. I don't know how anybody else is paying for this, but that's $65 in this economy. We just attacked Iran.
And then if you want to join the FIG one to catch all of the World Cups and stuff, that it's like, and then if you want to join for the NCAA, you have to buy each one of those different packages if you don't have, because some cable providers have some packages, but not them all.
Yeah. So I always just stuck to, trying to add to my my spending allowance, I always would just get Spling and just get the SEC and Pac-12. Now the Pac-12 being disbanded, now I'm trying to focus on Big Ten, and then you had Oklahoma who was Big 12. So yeah, you have to, appreciate
and then some schools don't have those, so you have to wait for their subscription.
And just imagine back like 10, 15 years before it was a Friday Night Heights, you had to get individual subscription for each school. Like, LSU have theirs. There was times when they didn't even have the meets. You might got 4 college meets throughout the year to watch. So we have come a long way in that. And for you, especially you addicts with streaming and stuff, but just the both of you put all the issues that y'all talk about on in people's living rooms, they have to support, because it could be all gone, or it really be cost worthy where you can't afford it.
Well, actually, like I was when Trump started like cutting funding to other programs, I was like, I'm pretty sure, like, I'm with Project Champs and Lubbock, and I'm pretty sure Project Champs going to get cut. And so I really, therefore, was like, my biggest dying has never been like a fear of mine, because I've been close to death so many times. I'm like, whatever. And I'm not fully aware that death is just the next step in our, existence as human beings or whatever. So that was what scared me. What scared me was, don't laugh. What scared me was like, who's in the stream for you guys? And it sounds so stupid, but like that was my biggest fear. Like, who's gonna do it? Like, who's gonna? Ugh. That's what scares me the most. Like, when I wake up late after a meeting. Huh?
Okay, you want to know the honest truth? When I was watching your stream and you said that, that's when I was like, okay, girl, you gotta fix this shit with addicts, because if something was to happen to addicts, you would feel real bad, and you would feel real bad if, like, for the last years of y'all life, y'all never talked. Like, addicts basically been your best friend for like all this time. Like, so that's when I heard you do that, that's when I knew I had to fix things. So
like, life is so like my grandma, when she died, like, we still don't know what really happened to her. Like, apparently, what I was told was that she went to sleep, and then when they found her, she was on the floor between her bed and her like little nightstand. Like, so they.
I mean, I'm not a medical profession, but I've lost parents and grandparents and stuff. When it's quick and it's unknown, it's usually something cardiac.
Yeah.
And quickly, especially for women. Women will be out of here quick with heart problems.
Yeah. And I mean, and the way, like, so she died on Wednesday, they buried her Thursday. So there was no time to get to Mexico. So.
Oh, they don't play no games, baby.
Because it decomposes so much faster because of the heat and whatnot. So they had to, yeah. And I hadn't seen her since 2017.
In the Black community, baby, you'll be still at the morgue a month later, still waiting.
I would talk to her every day. So like almost every day. Like,
it depends on your financial situation.
And complexion too. Light-skinned people, you have to really try to get them buried before they change colors and don't look the same. Yeah. But we don't want to talk about all that. That's crazy. But
I mean,
stop.
These are the things that people need to know. Because what if they lose a parent? They didn't know all this shit. Like, it's difficult. Yeah. Like, death is it's a very difficult thing to talk about, and it's almost uncomfortable. But like, it's something we all go through, man. Like, at some point or another, we're all gonna be dead.
Mm-hmm.
So.
You're definitely right about that.
I mean, hell, Al Traoré dead.
On a different note, is LSU getting another transfer?
Who?
Courtney Blackson.
Oh, I heard about. I met her.
Really?
At National, she was super nice because I tend to cheer for every girl. If you're in front of me, I'm gonna cheer for you, right? Okay, like, you know this. Like, I'm gonna cheer for you, and I'm gonna be your biggest cheerleader there while you're in my section, girl. I'm gonna cheer for you the hardest. Tiki's waiting on the link.
Stop.
Tiki's waiting on the link.
Huh? Tiki said, what, the link? I sent it to her on Facebook.
They just won't let me be great.
Messenger.
So I'm going to have to, like...
Tell her to check Facebook Messenger. I'm so sorry,
I'm going to have to put them up.
Tiki, she said...
I literally sent it to her and started the show, so I'm so sorry.
Facebook. I just told her you don't get on Facebook that often. I mean, it shows her online, but she doesn't really do the Facebook things.
Oh, see, I'm a Facebook
I know you
girl,
are.
so
you love Facebook. Facebook Buka.
That's
so funny. Send me the. It's the same link you sent me. Okay, let me just send her. I have it.
It's gonna be the same link as always. I just used the same link every time.
The link, she's looking for the link. Like if I use the same link as last time, I can't add my channels.
Oh, I gotta resend it every time.
At least for me. Yeah,
that's fine.
Okay, so she says she should be on. She should be on any second now. We had her waiting. That's funny.
I'm so sorry, Miss Goldberg. I'm so sorry. I thought I communicated that well. I've been sleepy. I'm so sorry, everybody. Like I'm barely awake now.
She is.
And I think I'm catching a cold too on top of all of that.
Girl?
Like, and a cold. Did I add her? It is. Moving at dirt speed. There we go. I'm so sorry, Miss Tiki. I'm so sorry, ma'am.
Okay. Yeah, when I get on Facebook and post, and I get off.
Yeah. See, Michaela.
I'm unfortunately a Facebook junkie. I live in Facebook and Twitter. The two most worst ones.
I figured.
It's the two that.
Michaela sending me a message on Facebook when she got my whole phone number.
So, Tiki, why did we postpone the roundtable, the town hall?
Honestly, I don't know. I literally don't know. I found out after you found out before me.
Okay, ask me why we postponed then.
Alex, why did we postpone the
Okay, so we postponed the roundtable in the town hall so that we would be more prepared to actually discuss what happened during the presidential address that we saw yesterday. We will also have a lot more guests in a much more strong coalition that we had last time, so that's what we're postponing until next week.
Oh, she did say that. She wanted to make sure she had representatives from
both schools so we can, actually have a conversation.
You're right. I'm sorry. My man came home today, so I was thinking nothing but him. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry to us single people.
My bad.
Wow. Yeah, that's why we postponed it. No.
Yes, that is why.
Tiki, did you see the lady's presidential address yesterday? What was that about?
Girl.
I watched. I have watched. I don't know. I just don't even know what to think about it.
It was a cop-out.
And she's new. So I don't know if that's what she was told to say because she was clearly reading from something. You know, sometimes they have to say what school tells them to say. Well, she's the school president, right? So I don't know.
Yeah.
I was confused, but
I mean, presidents can get removed.
Very much confusion, very much
and because I don't know really what's going on behind the scenes, like I don't want to speculate.
No, because I got a question. This is because I live in Tallahassee, and in Tallahassee, I don't know if y'all know the HBCU here is FAMU. It's one of the bigger HBCUs in the state, and it's this issue that we're having with our president, where the Republican governor basically appointed this lady who, on the surface, it looks like she would be a great president, but she's conservative, so basically, they hired her to dismantle the university from the inside. And is it like that kind of situation? Because they're trying to get rid of the HBCUs. Period.
I don't know. Like I wish I knew.
Well, Jeff is talking about rolling heads, so I don't know.
Well, we're gonna see what he do. I mean, until I see something happen, I'm all about action. I really don't know what's going on behind the scenes. Like we found out everything when the public found out. Like there was no
We weren't even supposed to be there. Like, I got a link to that Zoom by Jeff.
Mm-hmm.
So we snuck in.
I saw. I was like, yeah.
I don't think she planned for it to be that public.
Probably.
No. And I just don't understand. What I don't understand about just her and this Fist is just so it's just so dismissive. It's just like, I could see if they were doing bad, if they weren't winning, if they weren't, like, you don't even know the process of how they make it to national championships. Like, and you're making whole statements that's just not even.
She doesn't even know what the all around is.
True. Like,
Michaela, they was broke. What you saying?
Well, the thing is, most of the people, what I can say, because I know firsthand, most of the people that were there, that were working around the gymnastics team or had a hand in whatever was going on, most of them had no idea about gymnastics. They were learning the process as it started. Besides the coaches and the athletes, like, and the parents, they were like the only ones that really knew. So they were going with the flow. They were learning. And for me, I don't know if something happened behind the scenes that we're unaware of. And that's the thing. I don't know, and I don't want to say this is what happened or that what happened, or, you know.
Well, can you explain the process of what happened with that Oregon meet?
What do you mean what happened? I was confused as to why she said that they were flying across here. I mean, when you're a gymnast, don't every team fly from here? Like, we flew from Auburn to California.
Yeah.
It was like a 6-hour flight.
Tiki, the most thing that she said that I just was so confused about is she was like, the travel, and we're not in the HBCU conference, so we have to travel around. And I'm just like, other than Tennessee State, there is no other HBCUs close to y'all, so y'all still would have to travel to compete.
But we knew that when we started the team.
Yeah. And then
that was a known factor.
She calls Corvallis remote.
And then she wanted to sit there and say that that Fist has to beg to get into 8 competitions to get a complete score, when Fist compete from the first meet to the last meet of the season. I don't understand. Like, it's just,
I don't know about the begging. I do know when they first came out, everybody wanted to compete against them.
Yeah.
And because I'm not their coach, and because I don't put their meets together, and because, again, we have been left out of everything up until recently, so we can't tell you what was going on.
They isolated themselves.
So we like, if it was something that I could say, oh yeah, well, this happened, that happened, because we were a part of it and we knew what was going on the entire time, but I can't. Like, it was just like, thank you, Brown Girls Do Gymnastics, we got it from here.
And now, wasn't there a situation where, like, Corinne was told that she was going to be reimbursed for the travel and she just didn't have the money?
For which?
The Oregon meet.
I don't know. I do know, because I don't know what anybody else does. Yeah. What I can tell you is, for the HBCU Classic, like, Brown Girls covered their travel and their hotel. So that was something that I know happened. I don't know what any of the other schools did or did not do, so I don't want to speak for them. But I do know that they were reimbursed for the HBCU Classic. For hotel.
Tiki, can I ask you Absolutely. A question? Is it normal for a school to ask a coach to pay an expense out of pocket, and then for the coach to wait to be reimbursed for that?
I don't know, because I don't know how that works. Baby, let me tell you something. When we were at Auburn, all I know is I showed up at meet. So I don't know what happened behind the scenes. They had a private jet for the girls and they had a bus. But I want to say that the athletic department maybe covered that, because I remember part of tuition was transportation. So the girls paid a certain amount of money every semester that went towards, I guess, the renting of the bus and the travel and stuff like that. So,
but that was covered by scholarship, right?
I guess if you were paying tuition, if you weren't on scholarship, it was part of your tuition, I'm guessing. Like, I didn't have to pay anything out of pocket. That was part of Darion's scholarship. So I don't know the answers to those questions.
Right. And I mean, how would you?
Yeah.
You're an admin. It just, to me, it felt like, why give up if you already have the team? Like, why not try?
That's why I feel like there's more to the story than what we're being told.
Yeah.
And we just don't know, and we may never know, or we may find out later on. Like, there's stuff that happened at other schools that I found out later on.
Right.
Like months later, and I was like, oh, okay, that makes sense.
Well, I mean, even going back to like the whole during COVID, like
from what I heard,
go ahead.
I'm so sorry. I don't mean to talk over anybody. I'm so sorry. From what I heard her say, this is just my interpretation. Now, I don't know anything. I'm not putting anything out there. I'm just asking a question before y'all run with it. From what I heard her say, and from the shots that I heard her giving toward Corinne, I'm so sorry. Ooh, Corinne, I'm so sorry. It sounded like money was stolen. And this is why Fitz don't want to continue with the program.
I mean,
see, I don't know. And let me tell y'all one thing about me.
Okay.
Listen, one thing I will tell y'all, you got to be careful about what you put out there, because let's remember first and foremost that Corinne is an attorney. She will sue your ass.
Yeah.
Know that.
Allegedly.
Right.
Allegedly.
Allegedly, I didn't say anybody stole money. I just said it sounded like money was stolen. I didn't say who stole anything.
But I have such vague information. When I found out what happened and I sent a message to Darren,
I called her.
Like, for me, it wasn't even about what happened and it was what can we do to save this program and to help these girls. Like, I don't know what happened behind the scenes, and at this point, like, it really don't matter.
No.
What are we gonna do moving forward?
Yeah.
Correct.
So like I don't know. I don't think we'll ever know.
We won't. But I will say this. In defense of everybody, if my job told me that I had to pay for this hotel and my plane tickets to go here, and I never saw the money being recuperated back, I'm gonna get my money back one way or another.
Not your lick back.
But
I'm gonna get my money back one way or another.
I don't know. Do you think that there was people that told her that they were gonna pay for stuff and they didn't?
Probably.
Well, how can I answer this without? From my opinion, in my opinion, yes.
Oh, I don't know. I can only vouch for one thing, and that was the HBCU Classic, and that was Brown Girls was going to reimburse, and they did. I don't know what anybody else did, because I feel like if there was a budget and you knew what meets you were going to, you knew how much travel was going to cost, you knew all this stuff in advance. So if it wasn't in the budget, why did we do those meets?
Yeah.
And I think would have been, I mean, what is done is done, like you said. But maybe taking that year to actually prepare like Clemson did would have been smarter.
I think it would have been smarter to, like you said, add it. And this isn't shade to anybody.
No.
Hire people based on their talent, not on their name.
That too. Because there was better coaching options.
You just gotta hire.
Asia Sims would have been a great choice for that program. Asia Sims Fletcher.
But was she available and did she want to go?
I mean, not now.
No, before.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know that.
Yeah, I think she didn't want to go at the time.
And plus, we also got to remember
she had just gotten married. Even when she went to Talladega, and now I can speak on this because I know this for a fact. Even going to Talladega, it was, she had just gotten married and whatever. I need to pray about it, and I need to speak to my husband about it. So, I mean, just because you have coaches that are available doesn't mean that they're wanting to take the job. Like, I talked to a lot of even now, like, there's a bunch of girls that I suggested, but it's too far, or I want to stay on the East Coast if it was in Maryland or whatever. Some people
or to pay. Like, I'm sure Fisk can afford to pay their coach what
anybody else is paying. Yeah.
Everybody else is paying, and what somebody who we may think will be a good fit for the job, they may think the job doesn't pay enough for it.
Yeah.
I'll take it for less pay.
Yeah, but it would have to be somebody like you, addicts, that would be doing it because they love the sport and because they want to. But then you got to think about, now I got to uproot, I got to move somewhere. Am I going to be able to pay my bills? Do I got to, there was at Talladega, there were coaches that were volunteer coaches, but they were working and coaching at another gym somewhere else because they had bills to pay. So we don't have access to the same funding as PWI, so they're not going to be being paid as much.
It's a labor of love.
It's not like we had access to all the funding like what Clemson and all these other startup teams have. Like, there's funding out there. There's a whole board, and what they do is fund new teams. We didn't get any of that for any of the HBCUs. Like our name was not in the mix for that.
And that's a lot of money that goes to other schools.
Right.
I mean, ultimately, we'll see what happens. We'll see you next week. But just know that the fight isn't over. Far from it, I hope.
The fight isn't over, and you know what? Sometimes you got to crack a few eggs to make a good omelet, and
Yeah.
What did you just say?
Sometimes you got to crack a few eggs to make a good omelet. Hey, Tiki, you're from Florida. Let me ask you a question.
Oh my God, this dance! And let it go. Gasker.
Tiki, have you ever heard of the phrase, you're putting 20 on 10?
I think that's just a Florida thing.
Okay.
It gotta be. There's just something that only if you from Florida would you understand when you hear it.
No, because me and Shayna were like, what?
And we got our own stuff out here in Louisiana too, but I never heard of that.
I'm sure we have some in Texas, I guess. None of them come to mind, but yeah, sure. I'm trying to think. What do we have? What do we say here? Hold on, let me think. No one says I reckon, by the way. No one says that shit. Good night, nurse. I've heard good night, nurse.
What?
Good night, nurse.
Good night, nurse.
That's what we say. Instead of like, oh my God, we're like, oh, good night, nurse.
That's cute, actually. I never heard of that.
I never heard of that.
Yeah. We say, I'm trying to think.
It's this weird thing that all the white people in Tallahassee do, like, and they don't even realize they do it. Instead of saying, like, when you're on the phone call and you're hanging up, instead of saying goodbye, they'll all go, bye.
Oh, we say hello. Hello. Like
yellow instead of hello.
Yeah,
that's definitely a Texas thing.
Yellow. I say yellow. Or I'll say, hey, girl. I don't know.
Everybody do that.
Trying to see what else do we say here. We're about to get Texas time. Yeah, because we're apparently we're not gonna do daylight savings or whatever, but we're gonna do Texas time now. I don't know what it is. I don't know.
Oh, Tiki, I got a question for you. Do you think Utah is gonna go to the SEC or the Pac-10?
No, the Big Ten.
Big Ten. I'm so sorry.
If they're smart, they'll go to where they're going to the Pac-10.
Big Ten.
It's between the SEC or the Pac-10.
Big Ten.
I think they should go to the Big Ten.
Yeah.
I think they need to go to the Big Ten too. It would be a smart move, but I have a feeling they're going to go to
the SEC.
Everybody want to be in the SEC.
Why?
Not everybody should.
It's the most popular. I don't know.
Is it because they have like they have the SEC network, so all of their meets and stuff are streamed?
And then plus you got to think about the other sports too. The SEC is the most.
The Big Ten has its own network too.
That's what I was gonna say. Don't they have their own? Because what I do know is whatever monies they get from they're streaming all of the athletics. At the end of the year, the money that is made after they take their cut, they take that money and they split it amongst the universities.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So that's how they get a lot of their funding too.
Yeah.
But I thought the Big Ten had their own network.
They do. I'm subscribed to it. So.
I mean, but do people watch it?
Do the streams, I guess.
I don't think they have as many. I think the Big Ten is really popular in basketball, but when it comes to football, it's the SEC.
Yeah.
SEC gets more TV money.
Yeah.
So yeah. I mean, ultimately, Tiki, how do you see this all ending?
What I do know is that the president or whoever of Wilberforce put out a statement that said that their program isn't ending. That's all I can say, because it's hard right now. You have a lot of gymnasts that were looking forward to going to Fisk.
Yeah.
Like, now that we started the consulting company, I have girls that wanted to go there and they're now afraid to go. I had a parent that told me, like, I'm afraid that if she goes to this school or that school, how do I know it's going to be a program for 4 years and they're not going to up and
go check out Elevate U, right? It's called elevateu.com.
Yes, it is.
Elevate, ELEV8U.com. Consulting that. Go check it out. If you're a gymnast striving to go to a school of some sort, whether it be gymnastics or athletics or any other sort of sport, go check out Elevate U Consulting. Yep. Get yourself, seated, and they will lead you the way. It's an amazing resource. Started by Francis Chelsea Goburn.
Yeah, it's actually a one-stop shop.
Yes, it is.
Literally everything that you need to be recruited and go to college.
NIL, recruitment, like everything. They do everything.
They don't have to do the athletes don't have to do anything but do their sport because we take care of everything.
And it's an invaluable resource to any parent, anybody thinking of doing athletics in higher education. Go to elevateuconsulting.com.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I wish I knew, Michaela, how this is going to end.
I mean, the dream would be for the components to be saved and to build them a facility and all that.
Yeah.
That's the dream. But ultimately,
I would love for more schools to come, but it's not looking good for the home team. I think eventually.
Just because one school or two schools don't keep the program. One thing I do know about Darren, she's not going to give up.
No, she's not.
She's gonna.
We do want to have Darren on the show sometime. I invited her tonight, but she said she was not feeling up to it. Mm-hmm. But we'll have Darren on because she deserves her flowers, and we want to give her flowers.
She does. And to be honest with you, Tiki, you know how Black people are. This might be the best thing that could possibly happen for the HBCU gymnastics, because a lot of times when it comes to Black people, when we start seeing things being taken away from us, that's when we want to start fighting for it. So now that we see that, okay, yeah, these things could be taken away from us. Now people are going to want to start fighting for it. So when we start the HBCUs and other schools, people are going to fight for it harder.
I hope that's the case, because my concern is the girls. Like, they need a safe space, and that's what, you know, that's what Darren's vision was, to create a safe space, because they're not always, every other school is not as inclusive as they want us to think that they are.
Oh yeah, by far. By far.
So
I'm thinking that's a lot of places.
Yeah, most places. I don't know.
Hell, America is showing its ass in 2025, baby. So you know,
And it's, you know,
a lot of people.
especially now, and you know, I can imagine how uncomfortable some of these athletes felt during the election. I know my daughter got several phone calls, you know, about things that were going on different places, and I feel uncomfortable. You know, I'm surrounded by a bunch of Trumpies.
Mm-hmm.
I don't feel like a part of the team. I'm the only Black girl here. How do I get past this, or how do I deal with this?
I mean, listen, that's so bad for Connor McClain and that she had to like leave her gym, and like this started her gym hopping journey because it was so bad in that gym and it was so heavy Trump people. Like,
and then you know what I think is even, this is,
and especially for her because she's biracial. So,
and is her mom Caucasian?
Yes.
See, and, okay, so that was the issue with one of the little girls that called Darian. So like, when you're biracial, I think most of my nieces and cousins are biracial, and I don't think people.
Oh no! Someone called her. Okay, there you are. You're back.
Technically, you're biracial, but they always gonna classify you as Black, which is crazy to me.
oh no, she'll be back.
Yeah. So someone might show up. I don't know. Someone might show up. That's all I'm gonna say.
I don't want to be the bearer of bad news, and I love the kumbaya and keep out hope, but it's not looking good, y'all, for the HBCUs and gymnastics.
For fifth, it's not, but just because it's not looking good,
it's going to have a take a village, y'all, and collective effort, just like these women's sports, like gymnastics, and back in the day with Title IX and all of that, how they had the grassroots and start these programs. It's going to have to be like that with HBCU and gymnastics.
It is.
You're going to have to gather the troops. You're going to have people that do what they're supposed to do in those positions. So when it comes to you need a head coach who know about gymnastics, but you need an athletic director who is going to back them up. You don't have to have everybody who know everything about gymnastics, but you have to have people in the community that do what they are supposed to do, what they are supposed to do. So
and a lesson for the future is you also have to have a marketing team. You have to have somebody that's going to market the sport correctly. Correct.
It's going to be out there like giving money at grocery stores, like not giving money, giving tickets at grocery stores outside the arena. Like, you need a street team that's going to be dedicated and actually work.
You need boots on the ground. You have to have those people. You have to have budgeting. You have to have donors. You have to have alumni. You have to have a lot of things.
But they had those. That's the thing. Like, they had those things. I think where they made their mistake was when they severed ties with Brown
Girls. Because Brown was ready to make the effort and actually be their street team, and they isolated themselves.
That's where I think they messed up. Yeah. Honestly.
So, on a lighter note, Tiki, I wanted to tell you this that happened. You know nothing about this. So you know me. When I get bored, I create things because I get bored. And so I created this intro, which we can show. Can we show it, Michaela, real quick?
Yeah.
Okay, so here, let me go to it. So I created this intro for a show I like to watch. It's Outlaws of T.S. Madison, who we love. Thanks to Michaela. And so I did this intro, and we'll play it real quick. Go ahead, Michaela. Go ahead.
I'm waiting for the theme to pop up. Okay, here you go.
Yeah. Okay, here it is. Anyway, so I did that, sent it to her.
Love that.
And now iHeartRadio is going to show it on all their on her podcasts, like as an intro.
Really?
Yes. Yeah.
That is so good. I am so proud of you. I keep telling you, this is your year.
It's just crazy. It's crazy. And like we worked it out. It's just insane. I don't know. It's just crazy. I was bored. And so yeah.
The same. When I'm bored, I get up and make stuff. I'll get up in the middle of the night and make candles or butters or anything.
Inspiration hits you.
Yeah.
And so more than that, T.S. Madison has agreed to come on our show at some point. I actually sent her the link for right now. But when she asked me how much because I did another one for her, which I used for her show Fact Talk, and she was like, "How much do I owe you?" And I was like, "I just want you to meet her."
Yeah. I saw that actually.
Yeah, I said to Tiki, yeah.
Yeah.
And so
yeah.
And so yeah. Because I want them to meet because I want to see Michaela cry. Because she always laughs at me. She always laughs at me when I cry.
I love T.S. Madison.
Are you gonna cry, Michaela?
Tears wouldn't be my reaction. I would be excited. It would be Dominique Dawes. If you want me to cry, you get Dominique Dawes or Gabby Douglas on this thing.
No, we're not doing that. We're not because they're Republicans.
I said or Gabby Douglas.
A Republican.
But wait. So you can't have people on the show that are Republicans?
No.
Why?
Because their beliefs are direct.
That's not very democratic of you.
Well, no. Because their belief system is a direct invalidation of their existence. Am I wrong?
You're not wrong. I just can't because if I go down that rabbit hole, then I'm just gonna have to go down that rabbit hole with everybody, and I just choose not to live like that.
So then, Addicts, do you think people should not like you because you're Democratic?
Well, if you don't like democratic policies, then go see yourself out.
Like I feel like people just like whatever policies they like, and
if your belief is no man or whatever in women's sports or no trans people, it's an invalidation of these people's who I love's entire existence.
But see, I don't see Addicts. But see, even I, as a trans person, don't feel that way. Like I feel like, it's a case by case basis. Like it's lots of people that I don't feel like are trans that should be in women's sports either. But it's like I don't. In 2025, everybody have the right to feel the way they want to feel. Just don't let your rights affect me, bitch. Like, feel the way you want to feel. I don't give a damn. Just don't let your feelings affect my life. That's all I care. Like,
but when their feelings do affect your life,
well, then we have a different motherfucking thing. But I don't feel like you're. Because you vote on people beyond just that too. So sometimes like I didn't agree with everything Kamala said, but I was on her side because more things that she said I agree with. And I think people also felt that way about the other side. I don't feel like people believe or agree with everything the Republicans said. I feel like it was just more on their side. So they had to pick which was the better option.
There wasn't, and they cheated, which is proven now.
I mean, I really have some people that are Republicans don't even know why they're Republicans. Is just passed down into generations, and they really don't know why. The same thing with people that are Democrats, and they just don't know why. Well, my parents were Democrats, and so I think people just don't know, and nobody really takes the time to really research either party. I just wanted somebody to get it right.
And people always think Democrats want to hand me out. I've worked all my goddamn life. Like, it's just be biases that people have towards each thing, each side.
For me, it's a zero sum. Like, if you support that man, I do not support you.
I have some people that I know that, and I'm like Michaela, as long as it don't affect me. I got a lot of people that support him, and like I'm not gonna hate one of my friends because they're a Trump supporter. I mean,
I don't hate Hillary, so that's true.
But you know what? Like the one thing I do, like, I just sit back and watch. I don't post anything about,
If you see me talking shit on Twitter, mind your business.
And I scroll right by. But I just don't, like, for me, I'm not gonna. I value my peace too much. I'm not going to be sitting here arguing with nobody. I'm not going to be going back and forth, and I'm not going to worry about what nobody else say, because these are those people that have to fuck around and find out. And like now, you see his own people are turning on him.
Yeah, no.
Well, you lied about what you said you weren't going to do. I mean, what did he say? He said if he was ever a president, he was going to run Republican because they were the stupidest people on the planet, right? Isn't that what he said?
Yeah, that's exactly what
he said. That.
And he meant that. And I would be thinking about, like, dang, if I was a Republican, this man called me stupid. That's what he thinks.
Shit, let me tell you, if I were a Republican, I would win.
He told them people that he could shoot somebody in the middle of Times Square and get away with it.
Fifth Avenue.
He did, and I was just like, wow. And you know what? And he could, and they just turn a blind eye to any and everything that he does.
But
until it starts to affect them, and now that it's starting to affect them
with food stamps, with Medicare, Medicaid.
That's why the people that are crying because they're being dragged away, or like, but
putting them to war.
But these are people that you voted for him, and he told you what he was gonna do.
Like put in war. All the people that voted for him go to war.
He didn't lie about everything that's going on right now. That man said he was gonna do. So I don't understand why anybody is surprised, because I'm not. I just look at it and
especially after, like, this isn't his first go round, y'all. This is his second go round. Like,
that part, Michaela, that part. We saw what happened the first time.
You can be fooled the first time, but the second time, it is what it is. Like,
right.
And I think what it is if people know they're wrong, they would just much rather double down than admit they were wrong.
Yeah. They're never gonna admit wrong.
But see, that's starting to be an issue with us as Americans as a whole.
Yes, we don't stand on business.
It's like
we don't stand on business.
Tying this into gymnastics, this is my opinion, right?
Yeah.
I really don't feel like Simone said anything wrong to that baby at all.
No, she didn't. She said you were a big body bitch, and that's what it is.
And then when the public turned on Simone and she just started taking stuff down and deleting her Twitter and stuff,
but okay,
I can understand why
never on Simone's
side.
So the public was never on Simone's side. After she quit in Tokyo, they were never on her side.
I can understand why she did it. It's just
stand on business. And it's her management team that told her that.
Everything in America is the only thing that Americans can stand on business about is who they want to vote for. Everything else is so wishy-washy and
it's so stupid. Like, honestly, like, I'll tell you straight up, like, I don't agree with the war in Palestine. I think the Palestine that's genocide, and we should leave them alone. And I'm fucking tired of AIPAC, and I'm tired of Israel. And that's as someone who is of Jewish descent. Like, I have family who's Jewish, and I'm against Israel. I'm not against Jewish people. That's not anti-Semitic. That's me disagreeing with the Netanyahu administration. and all the shit they've done from the 90s, bitch. Like, that man has been touting the Iran bullshit since like late 90s. Like, it's...
You know how deep I feel about that, Alice? I don't even feel like we should even have an opinion. We should just sit back and watch. Like, okay.
But then don't send our tax money to go to fund Israel. They have free healthcare. They have free college on our dime. But it's too expensive for us.
Shayna, what you cooking, girl? That look good.
What are you cooking, bitch? You've been cooking for a minute.
I cook.
Flip it over. Flip it around.
I have pork chops and gravy.
Ooh, bitch. Okay.
Macaroni and cheese.
Gravy. Okay.
Oh, a dinner. A dinner. We had KFC. It was kind of good. It was okay.
We could have hot dogs and fries around here. That looks good.
I love hot dogs.
I hate hot dogs.
Love them.
Why do you hate hot dogs?
Because I watched a documentary on how Winnie's are made.
Oh, yeah. But I mean, it's the same thing as sausage.
I love a bratwurst.
It's the same thing, just different. Just hot dogs are ground finer.
No me gusta. Oh my god. Okay, so I have a gun, right? I have a gun. It's a BB gun, but I have a gun.
As you should.
Because we have a mice problem. And the other night I killed a mouse with the gun.
Oh.
Because I'm a good shot. And I cried.
Hey, Oscar, where the hell is your ass at, bitch?
I cried. Oh, I stepped on a frog the other night and I cried.
Oh, well, no. I hate frogs.
I cried so hard. So I was like, oh my god, I didn't even know you were there, frog. And I stepped on it. But he left. He's alive. He left.
When I used to have dogs, I almost lost a dog to a frog. And ever since then, I hate frogs.
Klaus, when he was a puppy, he bit a frog and he could not like, in fact, like wash his mouth out with the hose.
I'm so excited for the American Classic.
Right, American Classic.
It's my god, okay.
Gymnastics,
Thank you.
We're gonna see some shit.
Thank you, Shada, because we've been all over the place with this one, baby.
That's what we intended. Today was a
absolutely.
So let me go through the list of registrations.
Congratulations to the LSU baseball team.
Okay, so let me give you congratulations to
the national champions.
Yeah, half the gymnastics team boyfriends is on that team.
Wait, okay. I do know some sports. Congratulations to the Florida Panthers, who are the hockey champions.
Yes.
Congratulations to the Oklahoma City Thunder.
Yes.
Who are the NBA champions.
Oh, to the New York Liberty for winning their division.
Congratulations to the Liberty.
And to Ellie the Elephant, who should be the LA mascot, even though it's New York. She should be the LA 2028 mascot. Yes, she should. She would represent us very well. Very well. So, for the Hopes Classic, which is the first installment of the American Cup, we have a slew of registrants in the Hopes 11 to 12 division. It's Isabella Alban, Erica Shafong, Allie Cordes, Hannah Darling, Piper Graves, Nora Greenfield, Avery Haynes, Brooklyn Hardman Smith, Amara Hunter, Kalia Jones Mayfield, Hadassah Calling, Kaima Valentine Kelly, Lainey Kate Kelly, Kendall Keys, Brooklyn Klauser, Kinsley Joe Kruter, Claudia Lasak, Taryn Moores, Chloe McDonough, Lexi Miller, Kinsley Myers, Najla LB, Jada Pendergrass, Olivia Ransom, Kinsley Seifert, Mary Sizemore, Harper Useglio, and Audrey Van Grinsven. And then for the Hopes 13 to 14-year-olds, well, we still have to shout them out. Brinley Applegate, Taraya Ballard, Hadley Bird, Alden Dante, Sophie Daftian, Chrisette Diggs, Sadie Drake, Lily Ganados, Brianna Heath, Samantha Hughes, Michaela Madden, Sapphire Martin, Bria McLean, Brendan McClure, Annabelle Melnick, Lindy Reynolds, Jazzy Saraiva, Daisy Scollett, Agnes Song, Reese Stewart, Cassandra Tan, Eloise Thompson, and Kaja Tressel. Now, for the division you guys care about, we have for the juniors, Ashley Andrews, Isabella Anzola, Fave, Sophia Bouclair, Carly Bullock, without a space, SB Shang, Lavi Crane, Vivi Crane, Emmy Cunningham, Alia Daniels, Eva Doherty, Maybe Fitzgerald, Carla Frank, Addie Fulcher, who we love, Blake Green, Leah Higgins, Maya Kasirakova, Greta Krob, who we love, Isa Lazari, Ainsley McCulley, Jay Shush McClendon, Amara Moore, Amia Puch Banks, who we love, Alexis Rainier, Lila Richardson, Paisley Britger, Mary Salazar, Kelly Sath, Elena Silney, Kylie Smith, Ansley Stevens, Sage Stiggers, Sydney Strong, Emmeline Thompson, Adley Van Grivson, Grace Wilclem, Sydney Williams, and Maddie Mae Young. Now for the seniors who we care about: Sage Bradford, Harlow Budenbeck, Ali D'Amelio, Jordis Eichmann, Risa Sponda, Karen Finnell, Catherine Guy, Jasmine
Wait, Risa Sponda?
Risa Sponda, Madre Johnson, Madre Johnson, Miley Lou, and Lisa Milton, Malia Milton, Avery Moll,
the Milton sisters,
Jocelyn Pickens, Brooke Pearson, Alicia Rosa, who we love, Izzy Stassi, my girl Izzy Stassi, Ashley Sullivan, Malia Tressel, Sabrina Visconti.
Wait, Ashley's doing this competition?
Yes. Malia Tressel, Sabrina Visconti, Cammie Westerman, Hallie Shea Wittenberg, Khalees Wolford, friend of the show, Lexi Zeiss,
Gag.
and Lisa.
Gag. Did y'all expect Lexi Zeiss to be continuing Elite Gymnastics this season?
I did not. These girls are girls who also have not qualified to nationals. Now we have this one. This is the penultimate qualifier to nationals, ladies. Now next, the U.S. Classic, which will be televised and beautiful, whatever. That'll be the last qualifier to nationals because that nationals happens a couple weeks after that. So this is a penultimate qualifier to nationals. You have to have a 50 all-around score to qualify to nationals. It's do or die. 50. Now for event specialists,
is that lower than they did? Because wasn't last year was like a 52, but that was the Olympics season.
Yeah,
so
yeah. And for the juniors, it is a 48. Yeah, to qualify to junior nationals, it's a 48 in the all around. You can achieve a 3-event score and a 2-event score, but most of these girls are going to go for an all around score. Yeah. So from that list, who are you most excited to watch? Let us know in the chat or in the comments.
Let's see. Zeiss.
I need to see the list. Madre, Miley. I love those two.
I'm very excited about Miley Lou and her perspectives for this season. I'm really excited about Ashley Sullivan's upgrades. I've seen she's working on her Yurchenko double again, and she's upgrading, I think, her bar routine again. So to be more competitive with Jayla and Claire. Miley Lou is a great one. Like, that's somebody who can really shake some shit up. Like, all of the people that we've seen this year, even Jayla, Miley has the ability to be better than her.
Her and Simone Rose
could be absolutely.
Dark Horses for this whole team.
If like none of the big girls that we expect, like the bigger names, come back, or they're just training for next year, they're not ready for this year. Miley Lou could really go into the World Championships as the top all-around girl. Like,
y'all know who I want.
Who?
Y'all know who I want to do well.
Who?
Jocelyn Robertson.
From what I've heard, she looked really good on floor. No, she looked really good on beam and on floor.
Mm-hmm.
She did not look good on vault.
I don't think
anybody in America looked good on vault.
Okay, let's be honest. What vaults do we expect from Jocelyn? Because like Jocelyn Yurchenko double was already not good already.
That Chung was never good. She got hurt on it.
And her Chung was not good either. So, I mean, even in her Lopez in college, there are technical issues that we can all see.
Yeah.
I mean, so what vaults do we expect from Jocelyn? Maybe a Lopez and a Yurchenko 1.5?
No, she's never had 1.5. She can't do one.
But it's elite though, so
it would have to be a double and a Lopez. It's what she's aiming for. Now, I had high hopes, because we've heard Jordan Weber's conditioning program is next level. Like it is, that's what got the girls to get that win at nationals that year, right? It's a conditioning program. But from what I've heard, none of the college girls look good, elite shape. They had good skills, but they didn't look great. Like the conditioning was not up to par.
Will Charlize be here?
Charlize is only competing because her funding will run out in August if she doesn't compete.
So what is she doing? We don't know yet.
She's only doing bars.
Charlize
will not be here.
Be the best bars of the meet.
She won't be here. She will be at a U.S. Classic, which is the last chance to qualify to nationals. So,
also looking forward to what the hell Leslie Zeiss is gonna do. Like, I mean,
that wouldn't have was fuck ass.
It was fuck ass. So I'm like, what the
ass?
Is she gonna? I mean, but her fuck ass 1.5 would be okay for elite. It's just
while she's over there in Omaha celebrating with her boyfriend, she need to be at somebody's gym.
Because she does have a boyfriend on the baseball team.
Because didn't at one point in elite, Lexi had 2 vaults?
No. Mm-mm. That was oh my god, what's homegirl's name? That was I forget.
Nisha, come on, don't do that, Nisha. You already know that vault needs help.
The same thing I'll say about Leanne Wong. That Chung was fuck ass. That was a Skinner. No, that was a pastel.
Thank you. That was a pastel, not a Skinner.
That was a pastel. Man, that vault was one-handed. Truly,
I'm telling you, that's why I'm saying I just like Skinner so badly that even that one-handed vault, I'm gonna find people who used to do it worse than her, and then we're gonna give them credit for it. So far, pastel is the worst one I've seen. Cause hell, I mean, it was like one-handed, like barely, like Elizabeth McKenna used to touch the vault with her second hand, like actually.
Hold on, let me see.
With the tip of her.
Is there a profile? Is there a profile? We need to watch this. Let's see. Where's she at?
Where are you at, baby? I miss you, Frank.
Not Chantel Monroe showing all the bits.
Huh?
Yes, Chantel Monroe showing all the bits. All the bits. In that bathing suit, please. Oh, God.
So what's going on with Tiana? Is she going to be able to do anything?
Oh, my God. Okay, so Tiana suffered from a ruptured tendon in her ankle. That is possibly a season-ending injury. But that said, I don't know exactly what's going on there. Why is poor lawyer collecting these ugly-ass animals?
She just needs to go on and heal for UCLA.
What?
Why is poor lawyer collecting those ugly ass toys?
That just, I'll be like, why? Oh my gosh!
Well, because I'm scrolling through your feed, trying to find Ashley Pastel Vault. I think I found it. No, I just don't like those toys. Everybody has them. It's like, for what? They cost so much.
I'll put it right now.
Yeah, everybody's collecting those toys. Everybody.
So tomorrow, you guys, we're gonna watch Wicked together on Twitter. I've never seen
what?
Oh yeah, Wicked. We're watching Wicked. No one more is Wicked.
And
I
want to start back on watch the movie, and let's watch that on Twitter too. But I just gotta find it.
I'll find it.
I mean, it's Pride. North Art was, for me, as a black queer person, as a black trans woman, as a black queer person, as a black butch queen back in the day, Noah's Ark was what
DTLA
queer as folk was for a lot of y'all. Like Noah's Ark for me was
I watch queer as folk.
Queer as folk was a cultural revolutionary to me too. But as a black person specifically, Noah's Ark was that for us.
Was that girl? Where is this Icy Pastel Vault?
Have you ever seen not even one episode of Noah's Ark Addict?
I have. Because that was the time I was looking for everything that's gay culture, and I found out. I liked it. It was cute. But I watched DTLA. I found it.
On YouTube at this point, so I mean,
yeah, I watched a DTLA more than I did Noah's Ark. Yeah, I like DTLA. There it is. It's right there.
Was that the reality show DTLA?
No, it was like Noah's Ark, but it was a series.
Okay. Noah's Ark was a series too. It was a TV show.
Still, she needs better than a 9.825.
Watch her hand.
By the way, Humphrey's score was a 9.3.
You know, on day one, she tried a very difficult vault, and after falling on that event, Tatiana Perovskaya, her coach, blamed herself. She said, I asked her to do too much. She came into these championships with a lot of new things, and I should have backed off on the vault.
She will do a different vault for her first vault today. The vault she fell on, but twisting Yurchenko. She will do a half-on front flip with a half-off. Again, Postel in the second position. Needs that 9.825 to surpass Weiss. It's a great ball.
Look at the playback. Wait for it.
Yeah, and it's one that she's extremely comfortable with as well.
It's actually a highly technical vault, and she does it technically as well as anybody I've seen. The gymnast typically wants to
Jim Daggett had a sore throat this day.
From the board to the horse, they drop their shoulder a little bit, gets a little bit crooked.
Watch the hand.
So when they contact the vaulting surface, they don't get the block that she does.
She doesn't even touch it.
Nice body position in the air, and she even gets to open her body. That's what the judges are looking for. The vaulting surface, they don't get the block.
She doesn't even touch it. She doesn't touch any point in her vault. She doesn't touch it.
When they show the second, you can really see it.
It's so bad. Oh, we stopped. It was bad. Like she doesn't even touch it. That's a Postel vault, which is what Leanne Wong does.
Yes, that's definitely what Leanne Wong did. Most definitely.
I never knew that.
Me either. It was Michaela showed it to me. Michaela showed it to me.
Yes, Michaela, the gymnastics historian. You know, I have all this shit in my mind. No reason other than for y'all. This is what God put all this information in my mind for you all. All of you all. Yeah. I have something. Let's watch. Let's play this while we're doing stuff. It's my friend Wally, the Soviet OV.
Oh, Digobska on Twitter. I mean, on YouTube.
Yes, he had a new video. It's very long, so we could fast forward through a lot of it. But I just want to do a reaction to his latest video about the 1995.
Oh, you mean the one that Gorillas will have it?
What?
The Gorillas still have it. That's what he said.
Yes. Have you watched that one?
No, I have not.
Okay, good. I get your live reaction. Me.
Oh, and they posted Gymnastics posted a video about Brazil birth of a gymnastic superpower. The rise of Brazil by Gymnastics. Good for them. I'm gonna go. I don't fucking know how you spell this thing. Let's put the Corollas to have it. I'm not gonna try.
OGC.
Only still.
It's supposed to be Soviet Olympic Games connoisseur or something like that.
Oh Lord. The Olympic Games Soviet.
Is that the guy that does the reaction videos?
Yes.
So was it the one when he just did the 95
World Championships?
Which event? The beam final?
The beam finals, yeah.
I watched it. I love it. I love those.
I love Wally so much. Like, he is so. He's just such an introvert.
Watch some of those meets. I didn't know the 89 Europeans was so.
Wait, where is it? I can't find it.
I watched the one he had.
Send me the link.
What's the one that I watched? I watched the 2004 Olympic one.
And it's so, as an adult, it's just so like impressive to see other people's level of their gymnastics knowledge. Like, it's just so like, wow, I never even. as long as I've been watching this competition, I never even saw it this way. I never saw it this way. I don't agree with his results, but I just never saw it this way.
He tore into Miss 1991 Kim Zmeskal.
Oh, let me say
he tore into her. Now, I thought he was a little high with Anna Pavlova in 2004, but hey.
So, and this is what I love about him, and people just do not get this. What I love about him the most is how biased he is for the Russians. And, like, yes, if you call yourself the Soviet gymnastics connoisseur, you're supposed to be damn biased for the damn Russians.
Right. So did you send it to me?
I'm still looking for it. I can't find it.
That's it. What's his channel name? I mean, I can't find his channel name.
That's the issue. I can't find his damn channel.
Oh my gosh.
Let me look it up for you kids.
I just watched a video of his from. I bet you I watched it on my other damn page.
Y'all, this is live, so it's okay. Don't worry about it. It's what we do. This is us.
Child, the people know. The people know.
The people know.
It is
the video, girl.
It's called the SOVGC.
Oh, it's D. That's why I can't find it.
The what? The SOV what? The
SOVGOC.
The SOVGC. Okay. Yeah, I got it. Found it. Okay.
Man, YouTube when they spelling shit.
They don't play.
They do not play. They used to let you get away with a lot. Perfect. Alex found it. Now, friend, the only
it's not playing.
Huh?
It's not playing on the screen.
Oh, there we go.
There we go.
Now, the only reason that
the 1995 World Gymnastics.
The only reason I feel comfortable enough to do this is because Wally is cool with us doing these reaction videos. Some people are not, but Wally is cool with us doing it. So, and we're not being disrespectful to his opinions. He took hours and days to edit this, do these voiceovers. So we're not being disrespectful to his work. He just put out a piece of information, and we're
reacting to the information presented.
Yes, we're not bashing his channel, his work. We're not calling him stupid. Like, this is incredible to do all of this. So we're not.
Look at him. He's so cute. He lost a lot of weight.
So
yes, he did.
This was actually one of the best beam finals I've ever seen in the sense of everyone stayed on the beam. There were no falls or major breaks. The biggest issue was that a few gymnasts came up short. Where else?
Oscar, why are you on the stream?
Those additional D
Oscar, why are you on the stream?
The all-important 10.0
this
start
bitch
value.
has the nerve to
As
comment.
I mentioned in my video about the 1993 World's Beam Final, each phase of the competition had specific skills required, known as value parts.
Been waiting on my daughter all day.
This consisted of 2 B elements, 1 C element, and 2 D elements.
That's crazy.
Once this was fulfilled, the gymnast would achieve the maximum 9.4 starting score. The remaining 6 tenths to start out of a 10 were earned via the code's bonification system, which was 2-pronged. Half of those, or 3 tenths, came from connection bonus and linking specific skills of ranked letter categories. Think of it as a formula or equation. The other 3 tenths were garnered by performing additional D and E elements. 1/10 for each additional D ahead of the 2 that were required for event finals in this case, and then you got 2/10 for each E element performed. This, of course, is if you fulfilled the value parts, but if you did not, then one of your additional D or E elements could then count as a lower letter that you had missed. So if you had messed up on your C element, which is the case of Oksana,
hey you guys, sorry I'm so late.
Then her
you are
late that she was using for bonus.
I was with my mama.
C element,
you were?
which left her a 10th of a point shorter than she thought she would be. In addition to completing the required value parts in bonus, there were multiple special requirements that had to be fulfilled as well. The most important ones being an acrobatic series, a gymnastics series, and a mixed series consisting of both an acrobatic and a gymnastic element. Each gymnast also had to perform an element close down to the beam. And just to complicate matters further, as an individual element or component of the gymnastic or mixed series, the gymnast is required to show one gymnastic turn of a minimum 360 degrees on one leg, 2, a leap or jump with great amplitude, or the Alessia Dudnik special as I like to call it, because I'm a petty bitch like that, and 3, one gymnastic element with a minimum B value. Now, that's a lot to be cognizant about in less than 90 seconds. The most efficient beam workers were the ones who were able to tick off multiple boxes simultaneously and perhaps fulfilling 1 or 2 of those requirements in one pass. Here's the start list for the final. I did a video on Patreon recapping the 1996 Olympics beam final a few months ago, and you'll notice there's quite a bit of carryover in terms of the athletes competing in both of those meets. So over half the field also made beam finals in Atlanta. As always, when I'm rejudging these old meets, I am making observations and not pointing out deductions. In these old 10.0 codes, especially the ones prior to 1997, although there was a list of general faults with applicable deductions, in practice, they were almost treated as optional or per each judge's discretion. There were many reasons the whole 10.0 system was overhauled, but this likely was one of them. It's why I often say the judging during this time felt based on vibes. And a big problem with the judging of gymnastics to this very day is the lack of transparency. And that holds true especially now because in large part, or almost entirely, the judging is meant to be objective. The deductions for each routine should be listed just to ensure that they're being consistently applied to all of the gymnasts. The list of deductions for the E-score should be itemized and listed and published after each meet for every gymnast, just to ensure that they're being applied evenly across the board and there's no favoritism or shenanigans going on behind the scenes. Now, will the WTC ever do this? No.
No.
Because there's favoritism and shenanigans going on behind the scenes. Or at least that's what one could surmise. If perhaps they were a little bit more cynical than I am, I would never do such a thing. A huge thanks as always to Boban1611. He uploaded all of these
Queen
videos
Boban
for me to use from German TV. He has done so much work for me and my channel and my Patreon, and I appreciate it so much. He is absolutely amazing. Please go follow him, go show him some love, comment, engage with his videos. Also, he does amazing archive work. He is saving lives, y'all. So with all that said, and it was a lot,
like
let's get this roast to cooking. First up is Xiao Ya from China, and this was her second consecutive year making finals on beam at Worlds. She was one of the favorites the prior year, but had a costly fall and finished in 7th or 8th place. And she is a gorgeous beam worker, very typical of the Chinese. She does one of my favorite combinations that I'll point out. She's going to mount with a layout step out, but right off the bat, it's a significant loss of balance. Here's her required acrobatics series, back handspring, 2 layouts. Nice.
Gorgeous.
She's very exact in all of her movements.
I've seen this final.
Here's her gymnastics series, switch
You never saw this final before?
No, we did. We watched this final.
Oh.
We watched all the finals. We're going back to like 80 something.
Here, see, these are the little choreographic moves. This is the combination that I'm obsessed with. Split jump to punch front. Oh, so good. She gets 1/10 in special connection bonus for that.
That's a full on one leg.
Full turn.
How did you guys get started watching this video?
Okay, this is the defining moment of the routine. That's a popa, which is a full twisting straddle jump. It was a new element, and it was valued at an E. So she was depending on getting credit for that in order for this routine to start out of a 10.
It still should, yeah.
All that's left is the dismount, round off tuck double back. Pretty good form, not a cowboy and just to hop back on the landing. And it's difficult to make beam look
what do you think this
natural
routine is going to score at it?
for it to have good flow
9-3.
when you have to be
9-3.
What?
completing all of these required elements.
She had a balance check.
But the elements were done well for the most
They didn't play
part.
in this code.
The major deduction in the routine was the issue on the mount.
It was.
And then here on this Popa, she has to get all the way around in order to receive credit. As you can see, she's short on it. And so she does not receive credit, and she starts out of a 9.8.
See, 9-3.
Her dismount, again,
and the hop
good
on the dismount.
It's not quite Chen Sui-Ting level, but we'll take it. Very nice routine.
9-4, 9.
And they don't show her
4-5.
score, but she received a 9.625.
Oh, we'll see.
Again, there are 6 judges with the high and low scores.
I mean, hell, and that's
the
on the
remaining
point of
3 scores
9-6 might as well have been
the
9-3.
judges are allowed to score in increments of 0.05. That likely means she counted 2 9.6s and 2 9.65s. Unfortunately, I looked everywhere. Well, not really. I probably could have looked harder. But I looked enough to try to find the individual judges' scores for this meet, and I just couldn't find them. It's too bad, but it is what it is. Next is Yelena Grosheva from the Russian Federation. She was also in vault finals, where she finished 7th.
I did watch that.
I like this Leo. Maybe not for Russia,
She's gonna
but
do punch front mount, right into a Sassone. Nice connection. Maybe not quite quick enough, but it was for 1995 standards.
That was pretty quick.
Here's her required acrobatic series, back handspring, layout, step out. Ha! Love the flourish of that.
Yeah, kind of covers it up.
But not the most difficult acrobatic series. She doesn't get any bonus for it. There's a side somersault.
Well.
Also a new element in the code. It was valued at a D.
Now it's a C, right?
It's still a D.
The gymnastics series, switch leap to wolf jump. Well done. That is C plus B, which gets 1/10 in connection bonus.
Wolf jump.
There's that wolf jump again into a chin. Very nice.
Isn't that a Corvette?
Tuck kick out is called a chin.
And there is her attempt at a Popa.
Bad.
Again, that was a new skill, valued at an E. But I don't know if they're going to show it in the slow motion, but she also does not get credit for that. And this routine is quite choppy.
I mean, you're doing a full twist and straddle. Of course it's
hard.
hard.
The dismount, round off tuck double back, a little bit more of cowboy, pretty good landing.
Good landing.
A little bit.
I'm going, since that one scored 9.6, I'll go 9.7.
She's not quite as exact as Shaw in her movements. And she had a bit more pauses going on.
Wow.
I did enjoy the style and flourish that she showed in spurts, like after her acrobatic series. And I did like the variety. I like the side somersaults. I like the gymnastic.
I will buy that she started off at a 10.
Jump into the chin. That was really cool. But not the same level of beam work or beautiful extension and amplitude that we saw from Xiao Ya.
So
but the dismount was fairly well done.
9.
I would have this at a 9.55 out of a 9.8 star value. It's too bad they didn't show that Popa in slow motion, so I'm going to, just to see if it was any closer than Xiao's was.
No, it wasn't.
So in practice, the judges are going to be looking at the end of the rotation, but they also should be looking at the beginning as well. So she starts off already a quarter turn into the rotation, and then she comes down not fully around.
Yeah,
so she definitely didn't deserve to get credit for it. But as we'll see in this final, I don't think they were quite so strict when it came to some other elements, possibly, allegedly. And her score is 9.562. That puts her into second behind.
I know nothing about the scoring. Clearly,
she counted 3 9.55s.
Your guesses are cute. I love it.
And next is our all-around champion from this event, Lilia Pokopaeva.
This is when Lilia was on. Like Lilia came to slay.
3 for 3. She medaled gold all-around, gold on vault, and silver on bars. Yeah. Another punch front mount with a better and higher landing than Grosheva. Switch side. That's a D element.
I'm going to say they scored 9.7, 9.8.
I love Pokopayeva's quality of movement.
She was so good here.
A very elegant way she kind of ran up the beam there. Here's her series. 2 back handsprings to her Urueta, which is a pike chin.
Wolf jump. Front aerial.
And there's the little hop into a front aerial.
Oh, I love the brise, please.
She has gorgeous form and
little balance check there.
Or she stays on releve.
Now the front area was only a C under this for the points. And it's a nice.
Yeah. I mean, it should be. It should be an
Gym
E,
macro, it's
honestly.
also worth a 10th in bonus.
Come on,
head spin.
headspin.
A little bit of variety.
That was a little balance check. I never noticed.
For level changes.
She had balance
they
check,
want to see the gymnast working both down on the beam.
Split.
Switch sleep to straddle jump.
I mean, so good.
It's her full spin requirement.
Remarkable.
They want to see harmony in these routines and a variation of rhythm between the faster and slower.
I mean, this is Nasia's goat too, so.
Dismount round off full in. Big dismount, very well done. Just a tiny hop back.
Which bitch you know?
That was a gorgeous exercise from Pokopayeva.
A lot of bitches back then was doing a full in.
They were.
The judges are wanting
no
to see, per the code of points.
9-8.
Did Mochiano ever throw a full in?
Between all of the element groups, in particular by interchanging gymnastic and acrobatic
I don't
elements.
think Bella's mind can comprehend that.
I was about to ask, did Bella ever train anyone who threw a full in off beam?
Skills oblique, oblique position to the apparatus. I'm not quite sure what that is. I'd have to look it up. Her score is 9.837. I would absolutely have this at 9.85. So that puts her into the lead quite comfortably. She's the first gymnast so far to get a 10.0 star value. So I guess an oblique position refers to a twisting or rotational movement of the torso, which engages the obliques to maintain stability and control. So actually her little head spin, I think, would fall into that category. And that makes me really kind of doubly irritated now that she took that out of her Olympic routine.
Yeah.
My major issue with Pokopayeva's beam routine is her acrobatic series.
Fair.
I just don't think the Rueda is a difficult enough element. Although technically it's a C, the same as a layout step out. It's just not giving me the excitement or wow factor that I would like to see. Especially, she does B plus B plus C, which is not as difficult of an acrobatic series as many of the other gymnasts in the final. But maybe I'm doing a disservice to Lilia. Maybe she just makes that skill look so easy because of how talented she is, which could very well be the case. You know, I've never done a Rueda. You know, I've never done anything harder than a back walkover. So I can't speak from personal experience how difficult a Rueda is versus a chin versus a Corbett versus a layout step out.
I would say anything that had a kick out is harder than a Corbett.
And wants to sound off in the comments, please do so. Obviously, Lilia's posture is glorious. Her shoulder line and the way she moves,
her carriage,
and the way she works the beam is completely the best so far. And there is so much to love about Pokopayeva. I think we hold the ones that we love to an even higher standard sometimes.
Yeah.
I know she was capable of doing even more than this. So not only would she have the beautiful extension and carriage, but then she would have the world-class difficulty in the interior of the routine as well. And her, you know, most difficult element on the beam wouldn't be a switch side leap. You know what I mean?
This is the kind of person that should be like commentating on a broadcast.
Pokopayeva fulfills it perfectly. So it's
I
not
would
a
love
surprise
to have
that she
some
scored so
like
high, and
hour-long gymnastics
well. Our next victim is
I would love him to join us for one of those like qualification days
for
World
Championships. She would interestingly become the junior European
I would love for
Planet
Gymnastics. I asked Planet Gymnastics if she would join us. She said yes.
So she goes from senior to junior and then back to senior. This whole time she was agent eligible. We would later find out. I love this mounting series.
What'd you say?
She goes down to the beam and she does that little scale
Hold on,
at the
pause.
beginning.
What'd you say?
I didn't say anything.
No, what'd you say?
I didn't say anything.
Yes, you did. What'd you say?
I didn't say anything.
What about Planet Gymnastics? Tell me.
I didn't say anything.
Tell me. I want to know.
It was just Black History Month. I was like, hey, Planet Gymnastics, you want to do something together for Black History Month?
in February.
It was left on red all month. I'm like, oh. Cute.
Well, I did ask because, you know, she didn't get credentialed, and having been credentialed ourselves and then unceremoniously uncredentialed, but like the reason we got credentialed was because we did the things. We had our faces like on these broadcasts. We did it. And that's why she will never get credentialed until she starts doing content on her own. It's just, you can't just steal content from Twitter and like post a video over it. You can't do that, honey. They're not going to credential you like that. And that's a period. All right, let's watch this.
It's just really great and creative. She had so much originality, a completely different style of gymnastics than her teammates. Like in this series, she's a 2 back handspring to 2 layout step outs. Oh, but unfortunately, that's a pretty big break. I love the poses in this. Watch here, she'll do switch leap, split jump, staggering jump. She's the only gymnast in the final to do a 3-element gymnastics series, which is so creative.
So that's a gymnastics series? It's not a dance series?
Sasone, back handspring. That's the required macro.
Back then they called those gymnastics series dance. They call flipping skills
Beautiful
acrobatic series and dance skills gymnastics skills.
Okay.
Alexander really is a glorious beam worker. It's a side somersault.
That was really nice.
Showing the judges movements, you know, sideways, backwards, forwards. There's another staggering. That's a D element, and she's allowed to repeat it because it was in a different series or connection than the first one. Just the dismount. 2 back handsprings to another full in. Not nearly done as well as Pokapayeva. She landed low and had to take a hop forward. And of course, she had the break on the opening series that was incredibly creative. I love that.
Oh,
9-5. B plus B. Here it is. B plus B
9-5
plus C plus
9-5
C is worth 2/10 in special connection bonus. And that was true whether it was BBCC, BCBC, any connection of B and C elements, 4 of them was worth 2/10 in special connection. There's another look at the side somersault. And as I was saying, the significant deductions are on her acrobatic series and here on this dismount. Not so much the form, that would kind of be forgiven because of the difficulty.
Yeah.
But the hop more so than the low landing. And her score is 9-7.
9-7!
I love Marinescu's beam work. She's such a phenomenal beamer. And
9-7.
Into account the deductions in that routine, mitigating versus the difficulty and the variety, I would have her at 9.75.
I would not.
3 of the 4
I would not.
Whose scores counted. So
I would not.
Right now she's into second place behind Pokapayeva.
I would not.
For me and for the judges in 1995. So from one junior gymnast to another, there's Dominique Moceanu, also competing in her first Worlds at the age of 13 years old. There is her, that's her mount. It's a variation of the Silavash mount, but you saw at the end there, she kind of had a wonky, she didn't really finish the skill correctly. Here's her acrobatic series. She's going to do back handspring to 3 layout step outs.
That's the same.
Nice. That's the B plus C plus C plus C. Also worth 2/10 in special connection bonus. There's some. That's supposed to be a sheep jump, which has an E rating, meaning she gets 2/10 bonus for that. As anyone who's seen Vika Komova sheep jump, that was not a true sheep jump. It's a punch front, a low landing on that as well. Wolf jump to an Emelianchik with a half turn. Yep, Shannon Miller, the commentator said, but it was never actually named for Shannon Miller, so it didn't get that E value or credit. It was just valued as
Shannon Miller submitted her skill. She submitted it wrong. Well, the coach did.
Yeah.
Okay. There's the full turn. Switch side. And I know it's because she's short of stature, but she doesn't quite have the same presence on beam as everybody else. Here's her round off tuck double back. Nice height, good distance. She stuck the landing cold, but there was a significant cowboy on that.
Yeah.
So this is interesting.
What do you think?
She didn't have any big breaks like we saw from Marinescu.
7 something.
Didn't even have that big of a break, but it was a significant.
Well,
9-8,
9-8.
What Moceanu does is has a lot of small issues.
Yeah.
Like on this series, you can see the bent knees, the flexed feet. Is not the best.
No, it's not.
Right? And of course that was on the general fault sheet as a deduction to possibly take. There's a switch side.
The Johnson, right?
That's borderline, I think.
I think it's college.
Probably creditable. Yeah. And then they're going to re-show the dismount. Look at that huge cowboy.
Yeehaw.
Which I know also was listed as a general fault.
Not you saying yeehaw.
It's a yeehaw. It's really a cowboy in it.
But the ring jump in particular is interesting to me because in subsequent codes, that skill would be pointed out as one that has to maintain a certain threshold or look a certain way to get full credit.
Yeah.
That wasn't the case here, so they just gave her the credit even though she did it so poorly. Her score's 9837. I think that
9837
way too high. That's the same score Popayeva got. Like these judges are smoking crack.
Crack Tina Aguilera.
What they didn't show in the slow motion was her
crack
mount.
Tina Aguilera.
Let's watch that. So here's her mount. Now let's watch this.
One.
Just half turn, split,
down,
half turn, split. Half turn, split. And then on this last one, look, she almost touches, it looks like her leg comes pretty close to the beam, but she's not supposed to do that. Yeah, her leg did touch the beam there. That could have been treated as a full fall, I think, or at least a 2 or 3/10 of a point deduction. She's not supposed to do that,
she's
obviously.
Not.
And the judges completely ignored it. That's insane to me. And it was visible in real time. So it's not like it's something
come
they
on.
missed. I would score this at, honestly, it's like you don't want to go too low because then you're just like, it looks like you have it out for somebody, right? And the scores in 1995 were generally pretty high if you start out of a 10, which she did, unless you had like a lot of mistakes. And again, she had no real visible deductions. That's when we get to, there are two kinds of deductions in gymnastics. There are the execution deductions, which would be a balance check or a step on a dismount.
Right.
And then there are built-in deductions, like the bent knees on her way out, step out, or the flexed feet, or the lack of hitting 180 degrees on the switch leap. That is just how the gymnast does.
Not Sean Johnson being this example.
Yeah, Sean Johnson was the example.
Of points.
Oh no,
the executions
Sean Johnson.
were the major deductions back in 1995, although the judges certainly would take deductions for built-in things at their discretion, or when they felt like it, or when they needed to achieve a certain result. Whatever the reasons, those deductions would be there for them to take if they wanted to. So in assessing Moceanu's routine, I feel like a 9.6 is about where I want to put her. I feel like that might be too low comparatively, but it feels correct, honestly, considering she hit her beam on her mount when she wasn't supposed to with her leg. So I'm standing by it. 9.6. Don't come for me. Or actually do come for me because obviously I backed it up, I think. And next is a huge favorite for this final, Mo Huilan. She was the star of preliminaries, qualifying for all 4 individual events, and first into the all-around. But in the all-around final, she started on beam. She had a beautiful routine going until the dismount. She sat it down. As Kathy Johnson infamously said, this should be your world all-around champion, and it's gone. And it was so true. It was devastating. I love that mount, ending in a one-arm handstand. Here's her gym macro. She's going to do back handspring to a split jump. Nicely done. So front aerial. She does for one of her required C value parts. Full turn. Also a requirement, as we know, Sassoon to staggering jump. And here is her gymnastics or her acrobatic series round off layout. Very nice. Shades of Lashonova. Beautiful height and stretched body. Switch leap. Another staggering jump. And then into an Emelianchik. Very nice. That's another gym acro series. It was gym plus acro plus gym. Very, very nice. So this is a very well composed, intelligently designed routine. Just the dismount, round off back handspring, tuck double back, little low, and kind of a hunched over landing there.
9-5.
No cowboy. Absolutely fantastic routine.
Why would you say 9-5?
Really the class of the final.
Because the way they're judging this bullshit.
I don't think her beam routine is quite as good as some people seem to think it is. I don't think it's on, Yang Bo level or even Li Li, but it's a very, very nice routine. Look at this layout. 2 feet, but you see there's a little bit of a leg separation, so that would be a built-in deduction that, of course, they did not take in 1995. But beautiful flexibility on that switch leap into the staggering, into this Emelianchik. That's Emelianchik in quotation marks, by the way. And that tuck double back, that's going to be the major execution deduction, is that she landed all slouched over forwards. So the judges have her at 9-9. I would have this at 9-9 as well, putting her into the lead.
Do you agree with the score?
For the judges, Pokopaya and Mochianu.
9-9.
For any rational person with eyes.
What would you have given it?
And here she
like 9-5, 9-6.
She is the reigning balance beam champion.
I don't know. Here we go. Let's see this bullshit.
In Brisbane,
I'm already done. I'm already done with this. Because he's so right. Like, some of them were overscored.
It's only planned to start out of a 9.9. I think she was dealing with injury right here.
She was.
This time. So there's going to be switch sleep to Emelianchik, which is C plus D, or 2/10 in special connection. And then she does some rollout skills. So gainer layout, and she's trying to hold that in an arabesque. Very cool, but not very difficult. Only a C value.
Ah, Michaela!
Yeah.
Acrobatic.
I just got a message from
layout, step out, layout, step out.
iHeart.
B plus C plus C, which is worth 1/10
They're excited.
Special connection bonus. Switch
Oh,
to
dog.
jump.
Happy for you.
It's so crazy. It's so crazy, man.
Oh my
1/10 special connection.
I cried in my mom's car.
And here's
As
the
you
Miller.
should.
See, she came down a little bit abruptly
I
from
just
that.
can't believe for a whole
Again,
8
it was
years
never
she was
in the
doing
code
this
of points, so
still.
she does not get.
She was. It was wrong.
I don't know what she thought she was
She
going to
would
get
go to
for
world
it, but she doesn't
championships
get
every
anything
year.
for it. It's
She
just counted as
couldn't
another
resubmit
elimination,
it.
so it's
They
just
never
another
would.
skill.
Like, I just don't understand.
Dismount,
Like,
round
I just
off,
need a whole
pull in.
documentary on that.
Very
Like,
nice.
why did they never fix that?
A little bit low, but she saved it quite nicely. So the composition of this routine is very interesting in terms
I asked
of
Catherine to
bonus.
join if she wanted to explain, like,
So
we watched this
she
together.
has
And she
more
knows I
than
have
enough
feelings about
connection
this.
bonus for those 3/10. It's the additional D&E elements where she gets into trouble. Here's that gainer layout step out,
pretty.
which she tries to end in an arabesque, but she probably doesn't hold it as long as she was intending to. So there are 2 D skills required in event finals, which she does 2 Emelianchiks, one of which she's trying to do a Miller. So if she thinks it's a Miller, that's an E element. So she wouldn't have a second D, so she would have to count that Miller as a D anyway. So the only bonus she would be getting for additional D and E elements would be the dismount, the full in. That would be worth 2/10. So this routine was designed to start out of a 9.9, which makes no sense. I don't know. This is the same judging camp that thought, the Miller was in the code of points for multiple years when it never was. So I'm not sure their
oh my God, what?
discretion is exactly the best. She gets a 9.762 out of a 9.9 start value, which is incredibly high. It would have been enough for silver had she started out of a 10. So I'm really trying to get down to the bottom of a few things, honestly. So
hold on, Michaela. Hold on. Do you follow? Well, no, never mind. I'm just telling you straight up. So this person is saying that this lady on TikTok had a part of her rib removed, and they're taking it home with her, and she boiled it, and then ate the meat that came off the bone.
No, thank you.
White people. Okay, let's get back. We're almost done with this video, so let's go back.
No, thank you. That's just disgusting.
Would you eat the skin off your own rib bones?
First of all, I wouldn't take it home with me in the first place. I don't want nothing to do with it.
No. I just don't understand like why anybody would feel like just like comfortable even eat it. I just don't understand. I mean, I guess it's if it's your own
Y'all
rib bone,
want to
right?
be there Walking Dead so bad.
Oh my God. They want to be zombies so bad.
It's one thing to cannibalize somebody else, but it's just another thing to eat your own.
I mean, would I want to know how it tastes like? Perhaps, but I wouldn't go that far.
No.
It's a lot. Anyway, going back to Wally. Let's finish this video. We're almost done. Almost done with this video. Go ahead, Wally.
It says her score was 9762, but her final score ended up.
That is putting 20 on 10.
I'm not sure if this was something that was changed later or if this graphic is just wrong, but that's bizarre and interesting. For Shannon, this gainer layout that she's trying to do to scale, although I don't see it in the code, it may very well have been in an addendum somewhere as a D element, and that's what she was doing in hopes of getting a 10.0 start value. But if she was trying to do that, it did not get credited most likely. I think she started out of a 9.9. The third option is she was credited for that, and she started out of a 10, but they just came up with some deductions to get her down to 9762 or 9737. I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure she started out at 9.9, and I would have this routine at 9.7. Wow. I think this was a very good routine for
He's friends with the show.
Her injury, and even if she was 100% healthy, it was a pretty good effort. Except
it was.
From
I mean,
compositional things and not starting out of a 10. She did have a slight little issue on that gainer layout and a little bit of a deduction on the landing. And other than that, there weren't really any execution deductions. There were just some things here and there. And at this point, I'd be ranking her to Marinescu, who I had 975. And I want to reward Marinescu's creativity, originality, and difficulty. So that's why I would have Miller mostly at 9.7 as a ranking thing more than anything else, really.
I have her 9.6.
Something the judges did back then because of the whole vibes thing. It's not like you're just totaling up deductions like they're supposed to be doing now.
So I've been trying to get Greg Marsden on this show for a while.
And the requirements
I think I'm close.
And the list of deductions to kind of rank the gymnast.
He is very supportive of us, Michaela, by the way.
Or in a competition.
I really do love Greg Morrison.
And then one time he did tell me to tell you that you have great content, by the way.
Points is kind of like
thank you.
It's kind of like an outline, really.
I know a lot of people follow me, whether
set in stone
they want to
list of deductions
follow me publicly or not. That's the other thing.
Okay, so our final gymnast.
Let's watch this final one, then we can talk.
Our perpetual Rob goddess, Dina Kochakova from Russia. Let's see if she is robbed again.
She was.
The next year, she would go on to be the world balance beam champion.
She was
in
robbed here.
No, she wasn't.
Great strength in that mount.
I don't think so.
From what I remember, I think she was. Let me see.
Beautiful polish and style from Dina. There's her.
Oh my God! It's so beautiful.
Step out.
She does that better than anyone.
That's D plus B plus C.
I mean, she basically created this combination.
Gymnastics series.
I mean, it's just go for a reason.
Connection. So
love her.
A little bit short on that twist.
A little bit.
But that's another D element.
A little bit.
This is a sewn back handspring.
So, Michaela, now we know we don't stream on Tuesdays because there's not a lot of people watching. Now we know. Monday's great for us. Friday's great for us.
Milianchik. It's a little bit crooked coming down from that. Switch to another Rolfova.
What?
That connection wasn't the quickest.
2 Rolfovas? Are you crazy?
I mean, in the...
He's not really doing a lot of moving on the beam.
As long as it's not...
Just the dismount, round off, tuck double back. You see the cowboy.
The yeehaw.
And kind of a couple of shuffle steps back.
Okay.
So it was a solid routine.
I think she scored a 9-7.
But compositionally, there's a lack of variety in that she does multiple full twisting skills.
She does.
She does an Emilianchik, which I guess is just a half turn, but she does this move, her eponymous one, Kachakova, through the layout step out. That is the most difficult and challenging acrobatic series in the final.
Oh, you're good.
I mean,
you're good, Pugs. Thank you so much for watching, Pugs.
It's not that cheated. It's not like it's
really appreciate you.
Level, but there wasn't the most amplitude in a lot of her elements. She did reach full split on her leaps that were supposed to. It didn't feel the most harmonious. She just didn't feel as polished as Pokopaeva or have the same form as Chow or Mo. She had some creativity, but not as much as Marinescu for me. So I would have this at 9.7.
9.6.
And her score's 97.25. In real time, that has her finishing in 6th place. So here are our final results. We have Mopuilan first and Dominique Moceanu and Lilia Pokopaeva tied for
Okay, let's talk about this.
And here are my results. I have gold to Mopuilan, silver to Lilia Pokopaeva, and bronze to Alexandra Marinescu.
Love that for you. Okay. So I don't. Okay, here's the thing. Here's the thing for me. I don't necessarily feel like. Okay, when people tie for second place, I feel like there should be a third place.
Addicts.
What?
It drives me insane. I could never.
Okay, let me tell you, because Catherine's like, no. So she's very matter of fact about this. Catherine's like, no, she's not. I'm like, but hear me out.
No, hear me out. We're on the same side. We're the Power Rangers on this once again, because how can if you count 1, 2, you don't skip a number just because it's 2 numbers.
You don't.
So you still give out medals. You still give out medals. And the one that hurts me the most is Gabby Douglas went to every Uneven Bars finals and
she did.
The one time she hit a great routine. And
we had 5 bitches as first place.
Would have came in second place. She had 5 bitches ahead of her tied for first place. So she ended up in 5th when she should have came in second.
Period. I'm sorry. If you have 5 bitches in 5th place, you have to award a second. That's not fair. If so, then Madison Coaching should have gone second place. Ooh.
To be honest, that final she shouldn't have even medaled.
Fair. If they should have been, Kamo should have won first.
Oh, this is Oscar.
Yeah, Kamo should have been first. Kamova or what was it, Yang Lin? Or who was it?
It was Kamova. It was Fengi Lin. And it was Sarah Nova.
And there was Madison Koshin, who, by the way, does not look like she did back in the day. A bitch got a new face.
We already did this.
Bitch got a new face.
We done. We done. So we love you over here.
We love you, Madison. Thank you much. Friend to the show, Madison Koshin.
Thank you.
Yeah. Bitch, she has a new face. It's like the Kardashians. It's okay. We loved them a face ago, but it's okay. Oscar, I could only wish to have as much money.
Oscar, you're back. Shayna, are you there?
I'm back.
I think Shayna asked
2 hours and a half.
Shayna asked done 8 and went to sleep.
She did. She did.
Was she here for a moment?
She was here for a moment. I still have it in me. Like, we can watch Wicked if you want. I still have it in me.
For what?
I still have it in me.
We can still watch Wicked if you want. Even we can watch half Wicked because it's 2 hours long.
Yeah, I don't have any to start Wicked tonight.
You don't.
We can watch something else. I got 30 more minutes in me, so in these 30 more minutes.
Let's say goodbye, and then tomorrow we can watch Wicked.
What about 89 euros?
No, we're not doing that. I don't have that in me. not even if I wanted to. I don't have that in me.
Hey, Oscar, how are you doing?
Yeah. How are you doing? How was hanging out with your mom?
It was nice, thank you.
How's Mama Oscar? What's your last name?
She's good. My last name is Parky.
What? Oscar Parky?
What?
Well, how's Mama Parky? Is she okay? How's she doing?
Oh, she has a different last name, but she's great.
Oh, okay.
It was really nice to see her.
Okay. Do you live on your own?
I have a bunch of roommates, but I don't live with my mom.
Oh, okay. I live with my mom. They need me here.
Mama bird.
What's your last name?
Oh gosh. Is it extremely hot in where y'all live at too? Because like summertime done open the door and like it's kicking ass. Like
it's very hot.
Where are you, Oscar?
Where am I?
Yeah, where are you at?
I'm in Brooklyn, New York.
Oh, you're in Brooklyn. See, I live in Plainview, Texas, and it was okay today. It wasn't too hot. We had a lot of rain.
Plainview today.
Right now, I can tell you right now. Right now we're at.
It was a nice 95 today.
We're at 83 right now. 83.
Wow.
Yeah. Oh no, 79. We're at 79.
You must really be on the plains, bitch.
I am. Great Plains. The Great Plains. But we're gonna get rain on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday next week. So there's that. And the highest for this week should be 89.
How did
89? Wow. Yeah, it was like 99 today
and cloudy. It's gonna be cloudy too. Look, it's gonna be cloudy.
How did you guys rank the final from the 1995 Worlds?
I don't really have a ranking. I mean, Lilia Pascaria was the number one.
I agree with the actual way that it happened. I just feel like Lilia should have came in second solidly by herself, and Dominique should have came in third.
Dominique was a gag. I'll say
Alex,
that.
do you think that Lilia should have beaten Mo Huilan?
No.
Oh, okay.
No. Mo Huilan was exceptional. I will say I do think Gina Gosian should not have won that ball final.
Why?
Bitch, with 2 stuck DTYs?
But they had horrible second ball.
Doesn't matter to me.
She didn't win that ball final.
Yes, she did.
95.
No, 95.
It was Podkapaeva and Amanar.
Was it 97? With Anaya Hatch?
She won in 94, 97. She might have even won 96 Worlds, right?
So it was 96, which was with Anya Hatch and someone else? Anya Hatch on second. Yeah, that was bullshit. That was some bullshit.
With her fake Phelps and
bullshit.
Lomachenko 1.5.
Bullshit.
But it was her second vault was.
I don't give a fuck.
That was like the worst second vault that Simona ever did. And Anna was only doing a pike front half.
I don't give a fuck. Should not have won that year. Should not have.
She had 2 10.0 start values.
I don't give a fuck.
But she shouldn't have started from a 10 with her Phelps ball.
Not at all.
What do you think about did either of you get to see the interview that Scott Bregman did exclusively with Melanie De Jesus dos Santos?
Well, we talked about it, but Michaela did not read it.
Okay.
We can read it now.
I'm not going to read it because I refuse to be on this Melanie's apology tour.
Apology tour?
She's crazy.
Who is she apologizing to?
Herself.
Ooh. Do we both have the same answer?
Yeah.
Ooh. Let me see what Scott bitch ass said.
She said that the blurb I read was like, she said adamantly she's not going to finish her career on the note of the Olympic Games in 2024.
Let's see. We can just read it together. Here's it. Put it on the screen. Here we go. There you go, Michaela. Go ahead.
Yeah, are you playing with the Barbie?
Of course, always.
She does that when she's like ready to go.
I kind of am ready to go, but you know, I'm here. I'm here.
We'll end on this. Enable the thing. We'll end on this.
Wait, let me say what I'm going to say because I'm going to be a hater right now. To be a hater.
He says hot as fuck there.
With Melanie, the same way y'all feel about Jordan Childs' book, and y'all don't necessarily need to hear Jordan Childs defend her decisions about these bronze medals and stuff. I just don't need to hear Melanie defend. She just had a bad meet. It's what happened. People
unfortunately, it was during qualifications.
It just happened.
At the Home Olympics.
She doesn't need to apologize for shit. She doesn't need
But
to.
there was more to the interview than apologizing for her performance.
So let's see it. Michaela, it's on your screen.
Oh,
enable it. Okay. So it says exclusive. Melanie de Jesus Santos has found herself at home. Finding that Martinique Melanie again, that feels really good. The two-time Olympian opens up on how returning to her roots and Simone Biles' post-Paris tour helped her heal in the wake of Olympic heartbreak. So she says, by Scott Bregman, of course. After a heartbreaking performance at Paris 2024, French gymnast Melanie de Jesus Santos wanted to hide away. What she once hoped would be a triumphant home games had turned into a nightmare. A fall in France's opening routine on the uneven bars was the start of the squad's unraveling, including its star, de Jesus Santos, who had major errors in 3 of her day's 4 routines. She and Team France failed to qualify to any finals. Afterwards, she needed distance from her sport, from expectations, from everything, as her disappointing performance weighed on her. She says, I really hated the sport. I hated it because it took a whole part of my life. And in the end, I felt like it wasn't rewarded. She told the Olympics.com in an exclusive interview Monday, June 23rd. De Jesus Santos, who is releasing a short documentary film titled Golden Soul later this week, returned to her native Martinique following the games, her birthplace that for a decade or more she had only visited once or twice a year while she dedicated herself to gymnastics, thousands of miles away, first in France and then later in Houston, Texas. The slower pace of life in Martinique allowed her to step back, evaluate, and start to heal. I've been in Martinique taking care of myself, enjoying time with my family because I'm not used to being with them for this long, said De Jesus Santos. It's done me so much good. I don't want to say I lost time, but there are moments I miss. My little cousins growing up and parents aging. That's time I can't go back. It does me a lot of good to be here, she continued. They see me as an own person, not just a gymnast, and that's really healing. Finding that Martinique Melanie again, that feels really good. And then on the road with Simone Biles, finding joy after heartbreak. The island is one of 2 places the 4-time European champion says have been safe havens in her time since Paris. The other, a tour bus that crisscrossed the U.S. last autumn as De Jesus Santos performed in Simone Biles' Gold Tour America tour. The tour was the best thing that could have happened after the games. I truly believe that if there hadn't been that tour after Olympics, I would have worked even harder to bounce back. She said, knowing myself, if I hadn't done the tour, I would have shut down. I would have just stayed home doing nothing. In Martinique, she was reminded of who she is. On the tour, she was reminded of what sport she brought into her life. What I loved was the vibe when we were all on the bus together. We talk about the show, watch movies. It was like a pajama party every night. Those are really my favorite moments. We called De Jesus Santos. When we had rest days, we had time to explore the city we were in. I found this super cool, especially with friends from all over. From a gymnastics perspective, the tour helped De Jesus Santos too. The tour really helped me continue doing gymnastics and, more importantly, to enjoy it again because we don't get that many opportunities to do gymnastics with that much fun, she said. There's no pressure, and that was amazing. It was really a unique feeling. Doing gymnastics without pressure was something that really helped me. The team was incredible. From human perspective, it was amazing. Blah, 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 blah. The sense of you guys can read this article in full on Olympics.com. There's the article. I'm not gonna go through.
I don't. I love you, Melanie. I don't need to.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So thoughts on that?
I don't feel like she needs to do this. Just if you want to come back, just come back. Like you had a bad meet, girl. Like, and I just wish more gymnasts would look at it like, oh no, no, bitch. I just had a bad meet, bitch. If you feel like I let my country down, here go all the.
But it's hard to feel that way when everyone else is telling you it's bigger than that. Even if you want to believe that yourself.
It is. It's a very. This is a sport based on expectations, y'all. This is a sport based on other people's perspectives of you.
Who knows what they said to her? They said you don't get a medal. Like the program is cut. Who knows?
Yeah, and the thing, I mean, with the Chinese gymnasts, the Chinese Federation expected them to go get 5 gold medals, and they had their funding cut because of it. Huh?
At which Olympics?
At this past Olympics.
What?
The Chinese Federation expected 5 gold medals, but their funding would be cut.
Oh, you mean over men and women? I thought you were talking about Beijing.
No, at Paris, they expected 5 gold medals across all disciplines. They got 1.
On rings?
On rings. Mm-hmm.
I wonder what other events. Oh, beam.
They expected all around. They expected beam. They expected bars. They expected rings. And no, they expected all around. And men's team final. Those are the 5 they expected.
Maybe the men all around.
Yeah. Zhang.
Men's all around rings.
Men's all around rings. Beam, bars, and
high bar?
Maybe high bar. Maybe. But they expected 5. And they got 1. So their funding got cut.
Remember after Beijing, or no, after London, when they were like, actually, can you give your house back?
Yeah. That federation does not play. I wish more federations were like that.
Well, I mean,
because going to this world, what can America expect?
Can we get
no medals?
Happy medium.
Well, I mean, sure, but as far as I'm concerned, I would not expect the Americans to win 1 single medal at Worlds
this year.
Chelsea Memo, where is Dulcie Kaler's apartment? Where's her condo?
Between the men and the women, you don't expect not 1 medal.
Not one. Maybe Patrick Hoops on pommel. Maybe a vault gold from Jocelyn or whoever steps the pussy up. Better than that, I don't see it for anybody else.
I expect from the men, just the men alone, 3 medals.
Okay, go ahead.
I expect at least 1 all-around medal.
Doubtful.
I expect at least 1 high bar medal.
From Brittany Malone, go ahead.
Or Frederick.
Well, Frederick's been traveling for the past 2 months. I don't know how his training's been.
I think that actually kind of helped him.
Doubt it.
Busy
doing content with the other creators in gymnastics, but go ahead.
And then
maybe talk about it.
Maybe pommel. Those are
from Patrick Hoops.
And then
should we talk about
women? Hold on, I'm not done.
Okay, go ahead.
For the women, I expect 2 all-around medals.
Who?
Claire and Jayla.
With what back?
The back that Valerie builds.
The back that Valerie broke.
The titanium rod.
Broke back mountain.
Actually, if you want my honest from Jordan and Leanne, and
sure. Not Jocelyn.
I expect Jocelyn to come up with some kind of vault and bronze medal.
All right.
Maybe she could sneak onto the all-around podium.
Doubtful with that bar routine.
Wow.
That bar routine is not doing anybody no good. No favors.
I don't see any American medaling on bars at all, unless somebody have a surprise routine that we're going to see out of nowhere at one of these classes. Now, beam is the event that I think, no.
Why would you say that Jordan and Leanne could win medals, but Shilese can't win a bars medal?
That shoulder.
Yeah, I think Shilese is just gonna be there just to be like, hey, I made bars finals. See, I'm back. I don't
give me my funding back.
Yeah.
Where do you think which event do you think is going to be loaded but easiest to medal on?
Vault.
For the Americans?
Vault.
I agree, it's vault.
Yeah, most of them, if they just learn the second vault, would be world champion right now.
DTY and a Lopez. That's all it takes. DTY and a Lopez. That's all it takes.
Floor too. I think the Americans could win floor at Worlds.
I do not, but okay.
I think several different Americans can win floor at Worlds.
Who?
Maybe Jocelyn could win floor.
Maybe, but the artistry is heinous.
Depends on what her artistry is. Jocelyn, Jayla keep winning floor medals all around the world. You never know.
With her fuck ass technique on everything.
What's wrong with her technique?
Look at her vaults.
I'm looking.
Look at her. It's terrible.
What's terrible?
That gym does not know how to train vaults.
Let's get into it. What is she doing wrong?
She crunches, and her back handsprings. She loses so much power in her back handsprings.
Yeah.
Like her and what's her face? Who's the girl at that gym?
You know who's going to be here? Who could help the Americans on uneven bars? Is Miley Lou. If she's that,
Simone Rose could help them out.
They you know, again, we haven't seen all of the proper pieces to the American puzzles for every.
Yeah, I think the American puzzle will be more filled out after this weekend.
Because, like I said, like all the girls that we've seen so far, Miley Lou could come in and change some shit. And we're like, oh no, Miley Lou is going to be the top all-around girl with Jayla Hang as number 2.
I'm pretty sure Miley Lou has won this meet before.
She has.
Several times.
Do we have the lineup, the start list?
We don't have start list yet.
Do we have like the people who have entered?
We have. We named them off earlier in the broadcast.
Nice. I'll rewatch that.
Yeah, we watched that. It's a bunch of girls. It's Lexi Size. It's Ashley Sullivan. It's some Milton sisters. It's
Oh, they both made it?
Yeah, they both made it. But this is the penultimate qualifier to nationals.
Let's go.
After this, we have the U.S. Classic, which, by the way, USAG, you raggedy ass bitch. You raggedy ass bitch, USAG. Why would you name these bullshit meets U.S. Classic and American Classic?
Because I think at one point, nobody cared about the American Classic. It was not televised. Nobody knew who was competing. It was just some small little random meet that nobody gave a damn.
Then call that bullshit the Secret Classic. Like
that Secret was just a sponsor.
I know it's a sponsor, but it just makes more sense to call that bullshit meet. This bullshit we're gonna watch this weekend. The Secret. It's a secret.
Maybe
is there gonna
call it a classic? Call it a qualifier.
Something. Call it the fucking what's it's gonna be in where at Kitty Carpenter's gym at Buckeye. Call it the Buckeye Classic.
The Katia Challenge Cup.
Whatever the fuck you want to call it. Just make a distinction. Goddamn. I had to make a logo for this bullshit me because you don't have one for it.
And I can't find anything about it on USAG.
Me either. Here, I'll show you the logo I made.
Their tentative calendar.
I'll show you the logo I made for this bullshit ass meet.
Do we think there's going to be podium training tomorrow we can watch?
No, it'll be on. Well, maybe yeah. We can't watch it though. Because they don't have it. Here it is. I made this fucking fuck ass logo one more time for this goddamn fuck ass meet. Here it is. There's a logo for it. There you go, Michaela.
We can't. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, go for it. Wait for it. There it is.
Work.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
Yeah.
11 stars.
Don't ask me why. I just picked that. But yeah, Columbus, Ohio, June 27th to 28th.
I thought it starts on the 26th.
No. 27th, 28th. We'll be showing this on Discord and on Twitter. Not on Twitch because you got me fucked up, USAG. So yeah, that's what's going on. Final thoughts. We've been on for almost 3 hours.
Is it that time? We have to discover the catchphrase that when on our show, whenever I'm getting ready to get off, I like to say, what is it, Oscar? Well, you know.
Well, you guys.
We had a really wonderful show. And
I like when Alex says,
no,
I think it's good when Alex
is with that being said.
What happened, Oscar?
I like Alex. You keep saying, you tend to say, well, I think we're 2.5 hours. I think that's good.
Yeah, we're almost 3 hours in. I just want to final thoughts on this whole entire situation.
Hell, I don't even remember what the hell we talked about at the beginning of the show. I got to rewatch this show to go back. We had like 101 conversations tonight. Like
we did.
We had gymnastics talk. We had some LGBTQ talk. Tiki jumped on. We had some fish gymnastics talk. Like,
did you talk about these two things? The first was, why was the town hall canceled? And second, which men do you think are going to make the U.S. world team?
Which men do I think are going to make the world team? Patty Hoops, Brody Malone, Frederick Richard.
Is Brody trying?
Yeah. Asher Hong.
It's only 4.
And no, it's 5.
It's only 4.
No, it's 5.
It's only 4.
It's 5.
Why do the men get an extra spot and the women only get the same 4?
Because misogyny. Misogyny. Yeah. And I want to put Brandon Dang. So yeah, Brandon Dang, Patty Hoops. Well, one of Patty Hoops, Brandon Dang, Frederick Richard, Asher Hong, and Brody Malone.
Is Fred training the all-around?
Yes.
Yes. He came in second place at the NCAA championships.
Behind who?
Don't ask me that.
Asher Hong.
Oh.
Yeah. I think that he's the national champion. By the way, Mr. Hong, if you're watching this show, Mr. Hong, we love your family. We would love to have either Asher or Kiefer or whoever the fuck your children's names are. We'd love to have them on.
What about Fred?
Sure. Should we talk about it real quick?
God. Oh my fucking addicts. We have to do a show tomorrow because we spent all day today. We didn't even fucking talk about it.
What, Fred's charity?
We didn't even fucking talk about it.
Fred's charity, you mean?
We didn't talk about it not one time, and that was the whole reason.
We haven't.
For the last 3 episodes that we were supposed to do an episode about this fucking charity that does not exist.
We'll talk about it tomorrow. Well, it doesn't. So the Frederick Foundation does exist. It is registered. But the way that they're going about this specific fundraiser is very dubious. And it's very murked and sort of side-eyeing. Because for one, on the PayPal, one sentence is repeated 8 times, baby girl. And that does not bode well. 2, the website itself is incentivizing people to book these kids who are all orphans, and most of which live with the coach. Stop you right there. Clock that. You know, it does say that you can book these young girls, these orphans, to do acrobatics and whatnot for you at your event. That is that could be considered trafficking.
Did you mean? It sounded like you said orphans.
Orphans. These orphans. And we don't know exactly where the money's going because there's no transparency to that. So this should be talked about. We'll talk about it tomorrow. If you want to hear about this conversation, I suggest you follow us on social medias. You turn on your notifications on whatever platform you're on. You can follow her at Michaela Love Gymnastics. You can follow him at Gymnastics Saves Lives. I am Addicts Inc. or Addicts491 or Furry God Fag on your platforms. And with that said, Michaela,
bye everybody.
Bye, everybody.
Bye. Ciao for now.
Bye, y'all. I'm hungry. I'm finna go make